here we go to start things off from the opening faceoff. It's going to be Nikita Kashirsky to take the opening draw for the Komets. And we are underway here at the Coliseum. Big crowd on hand and a huge night on Bob Chase's 90th birthday. And we are underway as the puck is controlled down into the Rapid City zone. Here's Michael Young giving chase. He throws it over onto the right corner, back up along the far wall. Komets are able to hold on to it along that far wall. Shasma digging at it. Comes back around into the corner. Rush trying to clear it out as it comes down in that corner again. Now a big pileup. Now it pops loose. And now here come the Rush on their first breakout here of the first period. Flipping one in on Nagle. Nagle tries to bat it down with the paddle of his stick. It goes down in the corner. Another pileup. It pops loose, and back come the Komets with the puck. Here's Joe Perry with it. He flips it into the corner, wheels it around, and here
quick line change.
Here's Bataccio. He's going to swipe it around to the left side, where it's picked up by James Belindi. He's going to play it ahead up along the far boards, and he's going to rim this one around, and Nagle will have to stop it, swing it around back to the far side.
Bump behind the net.
And it was a big checking game last night, and we expect to see that much physical play here again. Puck rolling down into the corner. Number 4, that's Tyler Doherty with it. He can't do anything with it for the Rush as the play continues down here in the Rapid City zone. Here's Perlini, who had the game winner last night. He's down in the corner now, tries to put it in front. It's knocked down, and it's picked up back behind the net. Coming up top of the blue line. Here's Beaupre with a shot. Off the post. That one drew iron. And back come the Rush as Bataccio handcuffed a little bit there. And Rapid City coming down the far wing. They rip one past Nagle, and it goes high above the crossbar. But coming down is Szydlowski into the Rapid City zone.
Up it in.
And it goes into the corner. The Rush have it. Komets get the first good scoring chance of the night. We are scoreless, 18-10 to go here in the first. It was Beaupre taking a shot from the blue line just moments ago. Looks like it was deflected, and it caught some iron. Did not go in, so we stay scoreless here. 2 minutes past in the first. Up along the far boards, the Rush have it. They carry it into the Komet zone. They gain the blue line, and they quickly lose possession of it as it's flipped around by Hamonic up along the far boards. Now goes back behind the net. Komets pick it up. They skate around Nagle up along the right side.
This will be icing.
And that's an icing. Yep, it's going to be touched up, and that will draw the whistle. 17:37 to go in the first. No score here between the Komets and the Rush. Shane Albarani and Robbie Irons with you here this evening. Face-off will be down in the Komet zone. Drew Daniels not in the lineup here today as he was called up.
Randy Kerr in the lineup in spaces, so we're not shorthanded by man.
As we see Curie, who hasn't seen the ice much since being signed a few weeks ago, but he is in there tonight, and he touches the puck right there off the face-off. Tied up on the dot, comes up to the blue line. The Komets are able to clear it out. Here's Garrett Mears with it up along the left wing. Plays it into the Rapid City zone where it's quickly turned back the other way quickly by Melindi. Komets get it right back at their own blue line. Here's Mbach over to Cody Soul. Big defenseman is going to rumble ahead, gives it up to Mbach, crosses over the blue line, avoids the poke check. Montgomery with a backhander. That one is knocked away, and it goes down into the corner. Montgomery picking up in the slot, takes the shot.
Blocked.
And it was knocked down before it got through to Bataccio.
Montgomery, a big guy, using his size there, coming out of the corner, looking for the net, took the shot, but this Rapid City keeps their defense at home in front of the net. That one blocked in front and deflected up into the glass up there. So line changed by both teams feeling each other out as they did last night, and a couple of good bumps in the defensive zones.
17:05 to go in the first. No score. We were scoreless all the way through almost 3 periods last night. Another tight checking game right here. Only one good scoring chance belongs to the Komets as the Rush quickly clear all the way down. Here's Beaupre running it down for the Komets. He's down in the corner, plays it up along the left wing. Here's Szydlowski with it, goes off of his stick, and he can't control it as the puck now rolls down in the Komet zone. Beaupre is back, goes off the skate of Perlini. He gobbles it up, turns the corner, and brings it back up ice. Here's a shot on Bataccio, doesn't get through. Southhorn with a return shot. That one hits the paddle of the stick and goes into the screen.
And, of course, Daniels out of the lineup was called up. That brings in Cure as the extra player. And it's funny, the Komets get rid of 2 players during the season. Now all of a sudden they're starting to get all the call-ups again. So they've lost Belzile. He left Friday, I believe. And now Daniels is gone. So hopefully that stops the flow of players so we can get the steady lineup out there.
And the puck is dropped in the Rapid City zone as play continues. 16:33 to go in the first, no score. Here comes the rush on a chance, coming in on Nagle, taking a shot. It goes wide, and it comes up here, up along the near wall. Controlled by O'Donohue. He's going to move in, got some room. He takes a shot, and he missed it over the right shoulder of Nagle. Up top to the blue line, up along the far boards, kept in. Embach now gets a hold of it, comes out to the center line, and hauled down there is Montgomery. Here's Spears taking a shot. Bataccio makes the save, and it rolls wide.
Just trickled wide of the net. Good shot, Mears.
Bataccio took that right into the crest of his jersey, rolled off his right arm, and almost into the net. We stay scoreless, 15-15 to go in the first. Coming down the left wing, O'Donohue again centers it, and it's knocked away into the far corner. Now along the far boards, Hamonic has it. And he gives it up to Embach. Gains the rush blue line, cuts it across. In front, can't get a shot.
Looking.
Up top to Soul. Cross-ice pass. It goes behind Chasma. One-timer from the point. Goes wide. Will Weber that time with the shot. Here's Weber, or Soul, down low. Has a man. Can't get a shot in the corner. It was blocked by Erickson. And Chasma had the opportunity there, and the rush come back up the ice with it. O'Donohue with it. His pass is broken up as the puck comes back down far into the Rapid City zone. Up along the far boards, it is played ahead, coming out to the neutral zone, into the Komet zone, up along the far boards. Nice hip check, and taken away are the Komets. And they're going to bring it down the ice. It's Szydlowski with it. He's going to get it in. And it's going to be poked aside by Bataccio. Up top of the blue line, here's Soul.
Here's about. Got it.
Soul had a man in front. It was Joe Perry.
Yep. The puck got intercepted coming off the boards, and that's when Saul stepped himself up in the high slot by the point. He let the slap shot go down low. The goaltender made the save. Perry picked that loose puck up, took his time, looked, made sure he flipped it up into the top shelf. Komets go ahead 1-0. Nice goal.
Joe Perry with the tally. 14:50 to go in the first. Komets up 1-0. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
The puck is dropped on another college season. And what better way to get ready to watch the K's than with a pregame party? Aunt Millie's Deli Buns and your party spread will put the biscuit in the basket for your guests. To face off with some great sandwich ideas for your party, visit AuntMillie's.com. Whatever you put inside the sandwich, it's always a winner when you include Aunt Millie's Deli. And speaking of winners, go Komets!
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Back live here at the Coliseum, Shane Albarani and Robbie Irons. It's 1-0 Komets off of Joe Perry's 11th of the season. And the Komets going for more as they quickly bring it down the ice. Crossing the center line is Sean Szydlowski. Over the blue line, working it on Bataccio. Here's a shot. It's ripped wide up on the opposite end, and the Komets have to retreat back. Hamonic back at his own blue line. Has a nice wide open space there, trying to get it to Szydlowski over his stick, and Bataccio has to bat it away. Up along the far boards, it's backhanded into the Komet end. Here is Justin Hamonic with it. He's careful corner, and he's got Mears wide open. You're right, some little sloppy passes there in the Komet's end.
Mears gets popped in the corner.
They're able to dig it out. Here is Hamonic with a cross-ice pass. He finds Montgomery over the blue line. Komets are on sides. He goes deep into the corner, up along the far boards, where he gets it poke checked away. Loose puck up along the boards, and Weber holds it in. Now here's Embach, the other birthday boy tonight. He tries to bat at it into the corner, and it pops loose up along the far boards, and the Rush have it. Here's Taylor Doherty, going to play it in deep. Nagle will come out. Shots right now are 6-2 in favor of the Komets, and the Komets are up 1-0. Up along the far boards, carrying it in is Embach. Offside. Winston Daychief with the swipe there, but the Komets were offsides with 13:02 to go in the first. And going back to Joe Perry's goal, Robbie, Joe Perry's got some of the best hands in the league, and very close to Konstantin Sherfanov. A lot of the fans can remember, boy, you haven't seen a guy who's got that touch that close to the goaltender in a long time.
Yeah, nice soft hands and his size. He's a big guy. He likes to move around in front of the net. He's not scared to stand there. That goal there, he's right on the spot, picked the rebound up.
So the Komets up 1-0 as play resumes here in the rush zone. Daychief is able to play it ahead and out. And here they come down into the Komet end. It's Gauthier trying to get on Weber. And Weber takes his man off the play, comes up along the boards. Here's Perry with it. Perry with a backhander moves it out, but it's intercepted at the blue line. Rush can't hold it in, and they send it back into the Comet zone. Here's a backhander up to Perry, right in front of the Rush bench. Flips it all the way backwards, and the Comets have to reset here. With 12:26 to go in the first, they're up by 1. Cross-ice pass to Cody Soul. Return pass now to Weber. Weber up along the far boards. Under the stick of Shaftsma, and it goes down to the Rush zone. Rapid City, not very many scoring chances at all. Just 2 shots on net so far. And it's up along the far boards where it's controlled by Sean Erickson. He gets around Southhorn. Now Erickson takes
Here's
the
a penalty coming up. Comets.
Yep, first penalty of the night's going to go on the Comets. Going to be a tripping call. And the Comets will skate short for 2 minutes here with 11:58 to go in the first. Comets up 1-0.
Southhorn going to get it.
Or Southhorn will go to the bin. And you're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Aaron's has some really great news. Aaron's is offering 120 days same as cash. That's right, and here's how it works. Sign a new lease agreement and you have a full 4 months, 120 days to pay Aaron's everyday low price. They even offer a 20% instant rebate if you purchase outright. 120 days same as cash. Not bad, huh? Just stop by or call to learn more. And remember, you don't need credit. All you need is Aaron's. And nobody beats Aaron's. Nobody.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
Comets killed off 5 penalties last night, and now they're skating shorthanded for the first time this evening as Jordan Southhorn gets sent off 2 minutes for tripping as the Rush ice the puck quickly on their first power play opportunity of the night.
So go all the way back down into the Rush's zone. They try that clearing pass all the time up the ice. That time they missed the pass. It goes all the way down. We get a bit of a break, get a chance to kill a little time off the clock, plus we line change again with Emmerich out there at center.
11:36 to go in the first. Comets up 1-0. 1:38 to go in the penalty to Jordan Southhorn. As the puck is controlled by the Rush in their own zone, and they're going to bring it out. Here's Gauthier. Throws it down the ice off the stick of Daychief, and it goes back behind the net. Up along the far wall. Here's Szydlowski here on the penalty kill. Is able to get it out, and the Rush have to retreat back to their own territory. Picking it up at the blue line. That's number 27, Michael Young, turning the corner, bringing it up ice. He gains the blue line, gets pushed wide, puts it on Nagle, and Nagle makes the save. Coming up top to the blue line, it is Gauthier again stepping up along the far boards. Now top of the circle and along the far wall. Now dropping it down low are the Rush coming up top. Here's 27, Young again, up top to the blue line. Cross-ice pass again, top of the circle. Young again, can't get a shot. Now he puts it in.
The net cleared.
Have it.
Attaboy.
Nice, big, strong clear the length of the ice. Pataccio will have to come out, and he will stop it for number 42, 42. That's James Melindy. He gives it a look as he skates behind his own net with 33 seconds to go on the power play. Bringing it.
One good rush still.
O'Donohue with it. Over the Comet blue line, tries to center it past too tall for Stefanich, and it goes down in the corner. Nagle makes the save, kicks it into the corner, and up along the far boards. Almost halfway gone here through one period of play. Comets up 1-0 with 10 seconds to go on the power play. Kyle Thomas getting his first touches of the night. He sends it down the ice, and it is picked up by Taylor Doherty for the Rush.
Do it. 5-on-5. Comets back to full strength.
Under 10 to go in the first. Comets up 1-0. And here's Doherty being shadowed out there by the Comet defender. Going to be thrown all the way down. That was Garrett Thompson with a nice defensive move as Cody Stoll picks it up back behind his own net. Throws it up along the far boards, and here is Szydlowski. Tries to go right up the middle of the ice. Pass too tall. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Rush. And into the Comet zone. Takes a funny hop off the stanchion. And here's Pat Nagle going to have to work like a shortstop out there. Makes the grab, and it's still 1-0 Comets.
Yeah, bad bounce off the boards, went directly to the net, and we saw a lot of that by both goaltenders last night. As the puck came to them, they were grabbing the puck, freezing it, taking their chances on the whistle and face-off. It slowed the play down, and I think it gave them control in their own zone. Comets did a good job getting their draws last night.
Well, we got a timeout on the ice, so we'll take a break. Comets up 1-0. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Elwood's Appliances is Fort Wayne's most trusted source for quality GE appliances. Family owned and operated, Elwood's Appliances has proudly served the Fort Wayne community for more than 40 years and is Fort Wayne's very own GE factory authorized scratch and dent appliance outlet. Get quality, service, and price that the big box stores just cannot provide. Whether you're looking for one appliance or a whole house full, look no further than Elwood's Appliances, 2808 Lower Huntington Road in Fort Wayne, and visit elwoodsappliance.com. Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Colligan and Company in Fort Wayne.
Back live at the Memorial Coliseum, Shane Albarani and Robbie Irons here with you tonight, as we will not be here the entire game. We'll take you here through this first period, and then we'll be joined by the birthday boy Bob Chase and his very special guest Mike Emmerich, who is in the building tonight, as those two will take over sometime in the second period, we're assuming.
Good job by the Komets killing that power play off. Only one shot on goal from it, so good job staying in the positions.
9:26 to go in the first. Komets up 1-0 off the 11th goal of the season from Joe Perry. Komets have the puck. They got a 3-on-2 as they cross over the blue line. Here is Szydlowski.
Shot.
Dishes over. Scores! Garrett Thompson on a sweet setup by Sean Szydlowski.
Yeah, they crossed the blue line 3 abreast. Szydlowski looked for somebody, and Garrett Thomas, he was the trailer on the play. He hit him with the pass coming in late. He had the goaltender by himself. Went top shelf on the glove side. Go ahead, 2-0 Komets. Nice goal, nice shot.
Garrett Thompson's 11th of the season. He picked that far corner right over the glove side of Bataccio on just a beautiful setup by Sean Szydlowski, and the Komets are up 2-0 here in the early going of this first period. 9:15 yet to go here in period number 1, and the faceoff returns to center ice.
Said somebody open this up tonight.
And the Komets not afraid of putting the puck on the net right now. Shots are 7-6. And here's Perry looking for more back behind the rush net. Puck is kicked out of there by Michael Young, as they give the second helper on that goal to Perlini. As the rush come back down trying to answer, they carried into the Komet zone. Going hard into the corner is Sol and Daychief. And Daychief in the corner takes a hit from the behind from Mears. Puck pops loose, and the Rush have it along the far boards. Cross
man, heads up.
Shot. No, and Nagle makes the save. Flattening out another shot. That one goes wide. Daychief again back behind the net, trying to wrap it around this time, and he's cut off by Kashirsky. And now the Komets get some space.
Weber coming up.
Long stretch pass, and it's broken up and turned back into the Rapid City zone. O'Donohue with it, brings it up top to the blue line. Comes out to Sean Erickson. He tries to take a shot. That one is no good. And it comes up to the blue line. Erickson again, being shadowed by Shaftsma as he loses the puck. Now he gathers it back up into the corner to go. Now here's a wraparound attempt. Doesn't have a shot. Comes out. Long cross ice.
There you go.
Pass.
Intercepted. Nice play.
And it was broken up. Komets out there a little gas. They're going to try and get a line change as Garrett Mears down in the corner. He's going to dump it off the boards. Komets have it. Here's Mears, who takes a big old hit from number 28. That's
Brian
O'Rourke.
They're running at Mears from last night.
Mears got under their skin last night as Mears picked up a double roughing call. As Mears is certainly good at that. Stirring up trouble out there, and Mears again hitting his man from the behind as the puck comes out to the neutral zone up along the near wall, and it's carried into the Komet zone where Randy Cure has it. Cure playing in place of Drew Daniels, who was called up earlier today to the AHL Chicago, and he is in the lineup today for the Wolves as they take on Grand Rapids. Justin Hamonic hits his own blue line, goes right up the middle of the ice, gets it poked away, and it goes down to the corner. Swinging it around are the Rush coming up into the corner, and now it comes out to Sean Szydlowski. Up along the far boards. Komets carried into the Rush zone again. Can't get anything going, as that is Doherty with it. Throws it over onto the left side where it's poked away, and it's played forward. But look at this. Szydlowski stealing the puck back. Good pass, and brings it back over. Got a man to his right. Szydlowski out. Tries to go to Beaupre under his stick, and they clear the zone.
He moved in. Beaupre moved a little too quick, and they overshot him on the pass.
Beaupre a little surprised by that. And here comes Thompson again. He goes to the net. Shoots. And Bataccio closes the door. Right pad save. got the right leg out there in time. Thompson drew him down to the ice, but he comes up big, and the rusher able to clear it down. Here is Cody Soul fighting for it, rolling down back behind the Comet net with 6:08 to go here in the first period. Comets up 2-0. Now the rush here down in the corner, looking around. Here's a shot by Daychief, goes wide, pops up top. Defender thought about the one-timer, and it goes down low. Centering pass in front, nobody home. Skips over everybody's stick. Now up along the far boards. Here's Melindy coming up top of the blue line. They can't hold on to it.
Just clear the zone.
And chasing it back is Tyler Schofield into the Comet zone. Picked up by Szydlowski again at his own blue line. Let the puck roll off of his stick, but he gets it right back. Now he's got a little bit of room to roam as he goes right up to the middle of the ice. Crosses over the blue line. Got it taken away. It rolls down to Bataccio, and he'll keep it right there. And we'll take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
This is Scrap Chat with Max Hall, reminding you that while all metal has value, not all metal recyclers value you. At OmniSource, guys like me tell you what your metal's worth and how to make it worth even more the next time. Because we grind up and spit out scrap, not customers. Find freight advice and fair payment at an OmniSource yard near you in the Fort Wayne area. For locations and a list of metals we buy, visit OmniSource.com or call 855-OmniBuy, 855-666-4289.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Harry and Thompson, the goals for the Comets. They lead it 2-0 here at the Coliseum. Shane Alberani and Robbie Irons with you here tonight as the puck rolls down into the Comet zone, swiped aside by goaltender Pat Nagle. Goes up along the far boards, coming up top to the blue line where it's held in. Kashirsky trying to take his man O'Donohue off the puck. Here's a shot.
Might have been deflected.
I don't think he got a piece of it, but here is Perry. Perry breaking free. Crosses over, takes a shot, and Bataccio makes the save. Rebound is knocked away. And that one is going to find the netting, and we'll get a whistle and a face-off.
Yeah, good speed by Perry to break down the right wing there. Got a bit of an angle, but the defenseman was coming across on him, so he was forced to shoot it into the goaltender's pads. Nice save. Rebound came, but it got knocked up into the glass. So a whistle, line change, and we're right back at it. Face-off in Rapid City zone.
Shots are 10-7 in favor of the Comets. Comets lead it 2-0. Face-off to the left of Bataccio, and it'll be Mike Emmerich, the birthday boy, to take the face-off. He wins it, goes down into the corner with a rush quickly gathered up, and they bring it down the ice. Comes down into the Comet zone, and it's picked up by Hamonic. Throws it out to Mears. Mears over the blue line, and he's going to be offside.
That'll force a face-off outside the zone as the Rapid City defense stood up. Comets looking for that trailer, and he was coming in a little too late as they slid the puck along. It skipped out, and the face-off will come outside the zone.
Both teams not showing very many ill effects from the big battle.
They're going at it pretty good.
That's right. Both teams don't seem to be tired at all as the puck is dropped just outside the Rapid City blue line. Comes down into the Rapid City zone. Goes over the stick of Straight. Hamonic has it back for the blue line. And up along the far boards, here's Mears with it. Mears taken hard off the play. Narbone got the elbow up on Mears as the puck rolls down to Randy Cure. Cure has it over to Hamonic. He throws it all the way out the right side. And the puck goes out to Mears. Mears with a toe drag. His shot goes into Bataccio, and he makes the kick save. Comes up along the far boards. Embach with it. Embach got it poked away. Montgomery with it now. Now back to Embach. Embach throws it out to Southhorn. Southhorn digging in on Bataccio.
Looking for somebody.
Front, and it's broken up. And the Rush have it up along the far boards. And here they come, bringing it back down the ice into the Comet zone. Szydlowski, or Southhorn rather, up with it. Coming up along the far boards, they carry it back into the Rush zone. Here's a feathering pass in front. As Southhorn tries to sauce one into Perlini. Goes over his stick. Held in up along the near boards. Szydlowski with it. Now Perlini with it. Perlini down low looking around. He's going to whip one around up along the far boards. Here's Szydlowski. And he tries to put it in front. And Bataccio's right there to glove it out of the air.
Face-off will go outside the zone, I believe, as Bataccio. Oh, it's going to stay inside. Bataccio got at the side. I thought maybe the Comets might have flipped it up on the back, but Bataccio had grabbed onto it. That gets a line change for the Comets as they go at it again. 3:26 to go. Comets got a couple goals here.
Face-off will be to the right of Bataccio. And it will be Kashirsky drawing the assignment for the drop for the Komets. Now he's going to get chased and insert Jamie Shapsma.
Back to the point.
Wins it, and it goes right to Cody Soul, and the big guy had a room to wind up there, but it didn't look like he got the full extent of his power behind that one. It kind of knuckled in on Bataccio.
Yeah, he's not shy to let it go. He didn't get his footing properly and get his balance to let a real good hard shot go, but he was trying to get it to the net as quick as possible with the fact that everybody was going to be going to the net, maybe get a screen or a deflection.
Komets up 2-0, 3:24 to go here in the first period. And here is Kashirsky again in the face-off circle. Tied up on the dot, comes into the corner. And here is Perry taking his man off the play up along the far boards. And it comes all the way down into the Komet zone where Cody Soul has it. Soul's going to skate behind his own net, plays it up here on the right wing. He gets cut up along the near boards here by Mirmis. And coming up to Soul again, up along the far boards. Komets have it at the center line. Perry got it poked away off of his stick.
Back him up.
We got a battle for it as the puck pops loose to Will Weber. He dumps it off the boards, and the Komets have it in their own end. Here's Perry turning on the Jets. He's going to rim one around up along the far boards. Doherty on the other hand for the rush cannot clear it. Coming down low, looking to center it. Coming up top is Hamonic. And it goes over his stick, and the Komets have to retreat back to their own end to get onside. 2:26 to go in the first. 2-0 Komets. Shane Albarani and Robbie Irons with you here tonight as the puck comes to the side of the net, and Bataccio drops to a knee, and we'll get a whistle and another face-off, so we'll take another break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Have you seen the redesigned 2016 Chevy Silverado and GMC Sierra pickup trucks? This year's models have the comforts you expect and some great new features the other trucks in their class can only dream of. Made right here in Northeast Indiana, these trucks are assembled by union labor, the proud men and women of UAW 2209. American-made quality and workmanship are the cornerstones of the UAW. That quality can be yours. Stop by your Chevy and GMC dealer to test drive these 2016 models. We know you'll feel the difference.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Colligan & Company in Fort Wayne.
Final 2 minutes to go here in the first period as Komets are up 2-0, and they have got the puck in neutral territory. They bring it down into the Rapid City zone. Here's Hamonic with the shot. That is knocked away by Erickson. Comes down in the corner. Erickson picks it up, and he is going to send one over to the far side. The Rush have it, and they bring it down the right wing, and they flip it into the Komet zone. Coming up along the near side, we got a pile up. Schofield digging at it for the Rush. It looks like Garrett Mears in there as well. Everyone looking for a whistle. No official's going to blow it as it comes up to the blue line. Flipping one in on Nagle. It goes wide into the corner. In front, tries to center it up. Embach is right there to intercept it up along the zone boards. Here's Montgomery. Cannot clear it.
In trouble.
Held it at the blue line. Shot made and a save by Nagle. Nagle never saw that one, as he was well screened. Nagle, just a big body out there, just trying to gather up enough real estate to block that puck, and that's what he did.
Well, they had two chances to get the puck out. Montgomery tried to backhand it out, and it got stopped. And every time they make a mistake in their zone there, they're going to get a shot at the net. Nagle had to make a nice save down low through the screen and held on for the face-off.
Gets us down to 1:07 to go in the first. Komets up 2-0, and a face-off in the Fort Wayne zone. Puck will be dropped to the left of Pat Nagle. As the puck is dropped, Komets win it here. Southhorn in the corner, high off the glass, coming up to the blue line, picked up by Garrett Thompson. Off the skate of Szydlowski.
Last minute of the period.
1 minute to go. Szydlowski down in the corner. As he loses the puck, coming away with it is Zach Cohen up along the far boards, but it's
being delayed offside.
Taken back it. The Komets are offsides as the Rush pick it up. At the blue line, Melindi. It's going to be touched all the way down into the Komet end. Southhorn is going to rim one around, coming up top to the blue line. And Taylor Doherty back in the neutral zone. He retreats back to his own end with 30 seconds to play. Kostolansky up with it. Sends it into the Comet zone, up into the far corner. Cody Soul is there to defend. Drops it back to Perry. Nice little touch pass to Kashirsky, carrying it into the zone, up along the far board.
Thompson to the net.
Thompson with a shot, and that one goes above the head of Bataccio, but he gloves it out of the air, and we'll have another whistle and a face-off.
They like to shoot high on this Petoskey, and they get the puck up. He has to be able to see it. Made a nice glove save on it as Thompson, from a bad angle at the net, he makes the save.
Komets 10-1-1 over the past 12, and Pat Nagle has been in goal for every single one of those games as he looks to make it another win here tonight. The Komets looking good here through the first period. They're up 2-0. So we've got 14 seconds yet to go here in the first.
Outshooting them 13-8 right now, which is a little different from last night as Rapid City had outshot the Komets in the first period. So we got ourselves 2 goals with a few extra shots on net.
Face off to the right of Bataccio. And O'Donoghue in there to take it for the rush. Komets win it. Comes up to the blue line. They cannot hold on to it as the puck comes down into the Komet zone. Here's Kashirsky skating in front of his own net. Dumps it off the boards and up along the far wing. Here's Perry with a shot right on the money to Bataccio, and he makes the stop.
Well, that was a 14th shot on goal. He made the save, and then someone took a little chop at it, and it trickled in, got the crowd a little excited. 0.2 seconds on the clock.
And that's one of the worst ones to give up in the final seconds of the period if that one goes in. But it doesn't.
The whistle had gone before they released it.
So we'll have another face-off. Just 0.2 seconds to go, so this is more of a formality at the moment. Ted. Face-off will be to the right of Bataccio. Kashirsky in there with O'Donoghue, and the buzzer sounds, and that'll do it. First 20 minutes are in the books here from Memorial Coliseum. Komets are up 2-0. We will take a break. You are listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
You're grilling for everyone on game day, and people are hungry. More than that, they're hangry, and it's 95 degrees out, and they're thirsty. That's right, people are thrangry. They need to chill, and that gives you an idea. You remember Coors Light is filtered and bottled cold, so you pass some cold ones out. Suddenly, it's like they're snowboarding in the majestic Rocky Mountains, speeding away from the peaks of Thrangry and down the slopes of Aw Yes. So they make with the cheering and let you get with the grilling. Well done. Now it's time for your Coors Light. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Great beer, great responsibility.
Take Midwest Gloves and Gear to work with you by using their full line of work gloves. Midwest Work Line features max performance gloves, PBR, along with a wide variety of Midwest branded gloves for any type of work. Midwest Gloves and Gear prides itself in being the largest manufacturer of American-made work gloves, and Midwest believes in investing in America. And that's why the Work Line features many styles made right here in the USA. For over 50 years, Midwest Gloves and Gear, Chillicothe, Missouri.
Here's some good policy from your local agent and Auto Owners Insurance. When your insurance policy comes from us, it comes with something extra, a real person. Don't buy from an insurance company with an 800 number and a voicemail menu. Auto Owners Insurance operates exclusively through local independent agencies here to help you 24/7. Now that's good policy.
For all your insurance needs, visit Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
Want to live a healthier life? You don't need to train for a marathon to do it. Even small changes can help you feel better. And at Parkview, it all starts with one word: go. Go for a walk. Go spend time with friends. Go do something simple right now to improve your well-being and take the Parkview Go Challenge. It's all about creating balance in your life: mind, body, spirit, and community. For more healthy ideas, log on to parkviewgo.com. Parkview, your partner in health.
If you're looking for a way to see the Komets for less, then you'll want to read all about it. Find coupons on Komet ads in print editions of the Journal-Gazette and News Sentinel for seats in the Fort Wayne newspaper's extra section for only $8. Save $5 per ticket with your extra section coupon. For more information, check the latest edition of the Journal-Gazette or News Sentinel, or visit Fort Wayne Newspapers downtown on Main Street. Pick up your coupon today for extra special savings on the Komets, courtesy of the Fort Wayne Newspapers extra section. Time for the Tim Hortons Coffee Break Intermission Report, presented by Tim Hortons, the official coffee and donuts of the Komets.
Live here from the Memorial Coliseum, Shane Albarani with you here at the moment. Alongside me is Robbie Irons, and right now, We are at the first intermission here with the Komets are up 2-0 here on the Rapid City Rush. The Rush looking for, or the Komets looking for their second victory against the Rush in as many nights, and currently they're up 2-0, and right now being joined by Komet President Michael Franke. And Michael, big surprise here tonight. Not many words to say with Mike Emmerich walking onto the ice and not very many people knowing it.
No, it was just a wonderful experience for me to be standing down there in the background and to see the look on Bob's face when Mike stepped out onto the ice. I could tell Bob was totally surprised, and it was a priceless moment, and the fact that Mike has taken the time to do this out of his busy schedule shows you the respect and love that he has for Bob and Murph, and to have NBC Sports here again today with 3 cameras and a audio crew, and to make the announcement, I didn't hear, is it February 21st?
Yes.
Hockey Day in America.
Yeah, Sunday.
And the feature on Bob will be played at that time, and it just... you know, and the guys in the locker room before the game, they had no idea. And all of a sudden, Mike Emmerich walks in the door, and it was cool. It was really cool. So it was a lot of fun, and the appreciation in Bob's face was just wonderful.
It was an outstanding event. Of course, hats off to everybody here in the Komet organization. Of course, Mike Emmerich for making the trip. And, you know, it's just, there aren't words to say, you know, when you have someone like Mike Emmerich coming down here and paying not homages to Bob, but to the whole Komet organization as well.
Absolutely. And you know, we were talking over at the office before the game, and he was telling me of some of the wonderful stories. Of course, he was in Port Huron for a few years doing the games up there, and talking about some incidents that happened up in Port Huron. Of course, the fun ones are always the fights that occurred. One that actually ended up out in the hallway of McMorran Arena in Port Huron one year with Terry Wozniak. So, you know, it just, you know, he's got a ton of memories, not only as a broadcaster in Port Huron, but as a young man growing up about 45, 50 miles south of Fort Wayne, and listening to Komet hockey on WoWo and Bob Chase, and probably as a youngster trying to emulate Bob.
And, you know, just from an organizational standpoint, how did this all come about? How does this start?
Well, it's, you know, it's a situation where the NBC Sports situation, and Bob's 90th birthday coming up, I think that's the thing that really got things rolling. The executive producer of NBC Sports thought that this would be a great story for Hockey Day in America, and it just kind of grew from there. And then Mike got seriously involved and explained everything to them that Bob had meant to him over the years, and which of course to that they didn't know any of this stuff. And then it blew up into a big deal. And of course they were in here 2 weeks ago and followed him on the road up to Toledo, and then brought the crew back in today. And you know, I'll tell you, when you stop and think about the manpower that has come to Fort Wayne twice now, and for a celebrity like Mike Emmerich to be here, it is great. And I know there were some other things that almost happened, but they didn't quite happen. And in a way, I'm glad they didn't, because I think it worked out perfectly the way that it happened.
I think any more would have overwhelmed people.
Yes. And it was great to see. We've got a really nice crowd on Sunday. The weather outside is horrible. We had the jackknife turnover truck on Coliseum Boulevard just down the street from Coliseum, which apparently closed lanes in both directions, and it got real nasty this afternoon. So we're just very thankful to the Komet fans, and you can see the appreciation on their face.
And it's an awesome night, and hopefully at some point, you know, Robbie and I said, you know, the varsity will be up here. The JV will keep it warm until they get up here, but...
yeah, you never know. The last time I saw them, they were at the hot dog stand and getting some hot dogs. So
actually, we can still see
and now they're down there. Yeah, they're down there with Murph and David and David's wife Tanya, and I know somebody's listening right now. I can guarantee you, and that's Bob's daughter Karen. and she's out in Colorado. Karen, hello. It has all worked out wonderfully well, and it was a wonderful, wonderful night. And most importantly, we will all get to see it again because NBC Sports will make that happen, and we'll be able to play it on the scoreboard, and we'll get Karen and the whole family a CD of it so that they can watch tonight unfold in the warmth of their own house.
Well, Michael, it's been a wonderful night. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Shane.
And we'll have our second period coming up. Komets up 2-0. We're about halfway through the intermission, so we'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Presenting the official list of things your husband will never buy. 100 powdered wigs, 5 electrolysis appointments, a 3-tiered cake stand made of bone china. But if your husband's identity is stolen, he could buy anything. Help protect you and your family from identity theft with Fifth Third Identity Alert Premium. To learn more, stop by your nearest Fifth Third banking center or visit 53.com/ID Alert. Fifth Third Bank, the curious bank. The benefits in Fifth Third Identity Alert and Fifth Third Identity Alert Premium are provided by Fifth Third's vendor, Affinion Benefits Group.
Emergency Radio Service is the official radio provider for the Fort Wayne Komets. Communicating with your fleet of vehicles across the state of Indiana just got easier and safer. Turbo Connect from ERS is a wide area two-way radio system offering talk, text, and GPS fleet management throughout most of Indiana. Turbo Connect meets Department of Transportation regulations for hands-free communications and gives you the peace of mind that you can communicate with your fleet without distraction. Reach out to ERS at 260-747-0584. That's 260-747-0584 or online at www.trboconnect.com.
You can sign and drive at Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. The Dodge boys have unbeatable sign and drive deals on select remaining 2015 models in stock. Drive a new 2015 Chrysler 300S that's loaded with luxury for zero money down and $349 a month. Powerful 2015 Dodge Charger is also fully loaded with sunroof and all-wheel drive for $399 a month.
The snow and ice is coming.
So get into a 2015 Jeep Cherokee Latitude for $258 per month. The all-wheel drive 2016 Dodge Journey is just $294 a month, and the 2016 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Outdoorsman is $283 per month. Shop Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep's amazing 700 vehicle inventory anytime at GlenbrookDodge.com. With the biggest selection of cars, vans, 4x4 SUVs, and trucks,
You'll always find what you're looking for.
nobody beats a Dodge Boy deal on select 2015 models in stock. Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram on Coliseum under the giant American flag and online at GlenbrookDodge.com.
Auto Care on the Go is auto care that comes to you. We built our business from the ground up based on integrity and honesty. Your vehicle will be professionally repaired on site by Auto Care on the Go. Our certified master mechanic team has over 28 years of auto repair experience. Auto Care on the Go will repair your vehicle and your activities never stop. Call 574-200-9945 or visit www.autocareonthego.com. Auto Care on the Go. Proud sponsors of the Komets, an auto mechanic service to fit your busy life.
WOWOAM, Fort Wayne.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
We are back live here on WOWO, and we are at the Memorial Coliseum. Shane Albarani with you here tonight, along with Robbie Irons. The score right now is 2-0. We are at the first intermission, and it has been a spirited game just where we left off last night, but the difference is the Komets got 2 goals up on the board.
Well, they got off to a pretty good start with a goal at 5:10 by Perry. Nice shot from the point by Saul. And then, of course, Kashirsky was involved in it, too. But that sort of set the pace with it. They outshot them 14-8, where last night they were outshot about 9-4 last night. So they came out shooting tonight. They got a couple of goals, and we'll see how Rapid City responds to that. They're not a real high-scoring hockey team with only 89 goals versus the Komets at 112. So the Komets keep checking, stay in their face, and skate the way they are. Puck control. They'll be all right in this with a 2-0 lead.
Recapping the scoring, it was Joe Perry, his 11th of the season at 5:10 of the first period. Kashirsky and Soul, the helpers on that goal. Garrett Thompson got his 11th of the season at 10:45. Szydlowski and Perlini setting that one up. Only one penalty in the period. It was a tripping call against Jordan Southhorn at 8:02. Taccio faced 14 shots, 12 saves in the period, and Pat Nagle a perfect 8 for 8 through that first period of play here at the Coliseum here on Bob Chase's birthday night. And Bob Chase will eventually be up here with his special guest, Mike Emmerich. Maybe we're hoping right now we still see a crowd down on the concourse where everybody is congregating to get a look at those two legends. So we'll take another break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Consider the cup holder. There's probably one feeling empty next to you right now. No refreshing Pepsi and no hope. Look at it. Really, really look. Are you looking? Just look at it, won't you? All across the country, cup holders just like yours are being abused, deprived of Pepsi, forgotten. Instead of a refreshing Pepsi, some of them are being filled with loose change or crumbled up drive-through receipts, or is that a wad of used chewing gum? Clean your car. But what if you could help? Both of you, or all of you. There's really no way for me to know how many of you are in your car. I hope there's not 10 of you. That would be really unsafe. Get a Pepsi and refresh a cup holder's life. Our cup holders and our thirsts are counting on it. In fact, I'm having a refreshing Pepsi right now. That is refreshing. Pepsi, refresh yourself. Refill your cup holder.
Driving down the road and your car dies at the light, you know you've got to make it here, cause we can make it right. Bumping, thumping down the road, transmission's about to blow. We're the ones to fix it right, we're the name to know. Russ Moore Transmission. We're here to get you going.
If you suspect a transmission problem, come in and talk to the trusted leader in customer service for over 50 years, Russ Moore Transmission.
Russ Moore Transmission. We're here to get you going.
Call Russ Moore at 482-9414. We're on Coliseum Boulevard West and in Warsaw. Or visit us at russmore.com.
With 16 locations throughout the state, Ruoff Home Mortgage is proud of our hometown Komets team and proud of our roots. For more than 30 years, we've helped thousands of Hoosier families establish their roots with a mortgage loan. When you need a mortgage that is simple and straightforward from a name you can trust, be sure to stop by any of our offices or go to www.ruoff.com. Ruoff Home Mortgage is licensed by the Indiana DFI, license 10994. This is not an offer for extension of credit or a commitment to lend.
The brand new Bar 145 is now open on North Clinton Street right beside Baker Street, and you can enjoy gourmet burgers and even build your own with over 200,000 combinations. Their menu also offers classic bar dishes that have been kicked up a notch. This is the hottest new bar in town with excellent food, craft beers, and perfectly aged bourbon, plus a custom-built patio. The atmosphere is ambient and energetic, with live entertainment from the best bands in the Midwest every Friday and Saturday night. Bar 145 is Fort Wayne's first gastropub. Bar 145, burgers, bands, and bourbon.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Colligan and Company in Fort Wayne.
Likes to rub elbows.
Back live at Memorial Coliseum, Shane Albarani with you here, and alongside me is Robbie Irons. Not sure for how long, as we're expected to have Bob Chase and Mike Emmerich up here at some point, but both of them are having a good time. They're greeting the fans. We can actually see them down by section 226 up here in the press box, but hey, that's okay. Let those two legends go out there and rub elbows with all the fans. Everyone is having a spectacular night, and again, a big surprise as Doc Emmerich showing up to celebrate Bob's 90th birthday. All right, we'll take one more break, and when we return, we will have hockey between the Komets and the Rush, with the Komets up 2-0. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
The word is, remember the feeling you got?
Improvement.
When you did something you didn't know you could do.
EMENT. Improvement.
Correct. Get that feeling again at Indiana Wesleyan University. Whether you're interested in attending college for the first time, completing a degree, or earning a graduate degree, IWU can help you reach your goals. Visit IWUdegrees.com. IWU. Anything is possible.
On
On the ice, on the court, or on the field, the Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are there to provide complete orthopedic care for injured athletes or weekend warriors. Fort Wayne Orthopedics and the Orthopedic Hospital of Lutheran Health Network, official sports medicine provider for the Komets and an integral part of Fort Wayne sports for over 20 years. Go where the pros go. The Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are a dedicated team of sports medicine specialists, licensed trainers, and therapists, specially trained to keep you in the game.
The destination is yours with Excursions Trailways Motor Coach Company. Excursions Trailways operates trips from Indiana and Ohio to destinations in the continental U.S. and Canada. Excursions is the proud official motor coach provider of the Komets, Tin Caps, IPFW, and St. Francis. They provide excellent customer service and clean, well-maintained coaches with courteous professional drivers. Choose your destination and give Excursions a call at 260-485-6167 or visit them on the web at excursionstrailways.com. Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Back live at the Memorial Coliseum, Shane Albarani and Robbie Irons with you as we get ready for the second period of play between the Komets and the Rapid City Rush. Komets looking to make it 2 in a row against the Rapid City after a 1-0 win last night. Big difference between last night and this night is the Komets are already up 2-0 as we come out to center ice for our opening face-off of period number 2.
Kashirsky in the draw for the Komets right now at center.
And the puck is dropped, and we are underway. Fresh 20 minutes up on the scoreboard, and the Komets have got possession of the puck here to start things off. It's Schatzma, the captain, turns the corner, brings it back up ice. Now he flips one around on the other end. Here's Kashirsky. Goes down low. Schatzma takes it out. Man off the play. Centers in front. Had a man. Perry creeping in the back door, and it was broken up. Coming down along the far wing is number 24. That's Gauthier. He puts one in on Nagle, and Nagle makes the first save of the second period.
Good forechecking by the Komets. Schatzma got in there quickly. He played the body, took the man off the puck, and ended up with the puck. He threw it in front, and Perry was checked and couldn't get a stick on it. But that's the type of forechecking the Komets want to do. Get in there, play the man, grab the puck, and get to the front of the net.
Just underway here in the second period. 2-0 Komets over the Rush as the puck is dropped. Perlini on the face-off circle. Comes all the way, shot wide. And this one is going to be knocked down right down in front of Nagle. Can't get it on net as the puck rolls down up along the end boards. Comes over onto the left wing where it's controlled by Beaupre. Beaupre hands it off to Southorn. He gives a look. His pass is intercepted. Back the other way is Spencer Pommels. And up along the far boards. Shot in on Nagle, goes wide. Had Daychief on the right side. He almost knocked it home, but it comes up top to the blue line. Cross ice pass to Doherty. His shot knocked away. Comes up to Garrett Thompson under his stick. And out of the zone it goes. Up along the far boards. Here's Pommel. Got it knocked away. Coming on up along the near wall. And played ahead by Erickson. Erickson at his own blue line. Going to send it backwards. 18:40 to go in the second period. Komets are up 2-0 up on the right side and into the Komet zone. Here's Nagle. He stops it. He's going to rim one around to Randy Cure. Tries to go to Mbach. It's stolen shot. Score.
Yeah, bit of a screenshot there. They stole it out of the corner. Walked to about the top of the circle. Let the shot go, and the Komet defenseman cut across in front of Nagle, and he beat him on the short side. Nagle never really even saw it. Rapid City gets on the board.
Stefanovic with the goal. And that is going to be his 7th of the season. And it was just a little misplay. Actually, Cure was going up along the far boards. I think he was trying to get it to Mike Mbach, and he stepped right in front of the pass. And it was an easy goal for the Rush. That cuts the lead in half. It is now 2-1 with 18:27 to go here in the second period.
And similar play. Dump the puck in, play the body, steal the puck, and get the shot on the net. And that's exactly what the Komets are trying to do. Rapid City made it happen.
So the Komets turn it over in their own zone, results in a goal. And here is Nagle. That's playing it a little bit.
Yes, he did.
Kind of got caught whether to keep the play moving or freezing it. And he had a man sneaking in there, and he just threw it through the goal crease. But now the Komets coming back down on offense. They're down deep into the Rapid City zone, up along the near wall. And here come the Rush. 3-on-2 as they cross over the blue line. It goes deep into the corner. Here's Michael Young with it. Puts it on net, and Nagle hanging on to make the save.
Faceoff will stay in the Komet zone there, and the line changed by the Komets. as everybody switches up very quickly. And we saw that last night also. Quick changes, matching up lines as much as they could. But again, Rapid City face-off will be in the Komets zone.
That goal by Stefanovic was unassisted.
Yeah, he was the one that did all the work. He stole it in the corner and got the shot from the angle.
Over 6,000 here in attendance tonight as we celebrate Bob Chase's birthday. And Bob's actual birthday is next Friday. Yeah. The Komets were in Cincinnati on the road, and I'll be back behind the mic for all 3 games next weekend as the Komets go to Cincinnati Friday and Saturday, and then Indianapolis on Sunday.
Yeah, busy little weekend again.
Komets are playing without Drew Daniels at the moment, who was called up by Chicago of the AHL. Let's see if Daniels is back by next weekend series. But right now they're playing without him as Nagle makes a quick stop and goes into the corner and up along the far boards. Here's a cross-ice pass to Kashirsky.
Dumps it in.
Going to wheel one around as the puck goes up along the far boards. Pops loose, and it comes to James Melindy along the right side. He gets it loose and turned back the other way by Muir. It's up along the far boards and into the Rapid City zone. It is played. Up along the far boards, Melindy again with it. And they cut it through the middle of the ice into the neutral zone. Controlled by Melindy into the Komets zone, being chased by Perry. Tries to throw it out, and this is a shot that goes way wide, and they clear it out. It's going to come all the way down the length of the rink, and it's picked up behind the Rapid City net. 16:55 to go here in the second period. It is 2-1 Komets. It is played ahead. The Rush have it along the right side here, and it's played all the way down. And going in hard for it is Beaupre, pinning his man up against the boards. We got a pileup as the puck pops.
Battle.
Comes out to Thompson, cannot control it. Shot
on the
from
net.
The point. And that one is gloved out of the air. Comes off the tape of Doherty. And Nagle will keep it right there. 16:37 to go here in the second period. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
This is Scrap Chat with Max Hall, reminding you that while all metal has value, not all metal recyclers value you. At OmniSource, guys like me tell you what your metal's worth and how to make it worth even more the next time. Because we grind up and spit out scrap, not customers. Find freight advice and fair payment at an OmniSource yard near you in the Fort Wayne area. For locations and a list of metals we buy, visit OmniSource.com or call 855-OmniBuy, 855-666-4289.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
As play continues here at the Coliseum, there's another shot in on Nagle. Shots are now 15-14 in favor of the Komets as the Rush have come out firing here at this second period. It is 2-1 Komets as play continues down in the Rapid City zone. Up along the far boards, puck is passed out to Day Chief. He's going to go backwards the other way. Nice job up along the far boards done by Southhorn to cut him off. And now it's controlled by Narbonne. Back behind his own net.
No forechecking.
Takes his time, plays it ahead. It comes out to Erickson. Erickson up along the far boards. He carries it into the Komet zone. Erickson again with it. Looking around now, top of the circle. Cross-ice pass goes behind Melindy. Now they move it in on Nagle. Cannot get a shot. Comes out to the blue line. Komets have it.
Montgomery, dump it in.
Montgomery flips one in. And we're going to have an offsides call on the Komets.
Face-off will come outside the zone. Lines will stay pat, it looks like. That's usually not the case, and they're looking right now. I think Gary Graham, he's looking over to see if Rapid City changes, and they do. They make a change. He matches lines. He goes with his change.
15 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the second period as 6,677 are on hand here at the Coliseum tonight. And they have seen a pretty good hockey game along with big surprises at the beginning of the game with Mike Emmerich coming here to celebrate Bob Chase's 90th birthday. As the puck is dropped in the neutral zone, here is Will Weber with it. Weber is going to rim one around. It goes up along the far boards where it is controlled by Barchuk. And up along the far wing, it pops loose. And up along the far boards. It's 2-on-2 as they cross over the blue line. Melindy with a shot. It's knocked down, and it goes down into the corner. Coming up top to the blue line, the Rush have it down low. It's Gauthier with it. And
there's a whistle.
We're going to have a whistle on the play and a face-off coming up. And the face-off is going to come outside of the zone. And we'll get a line change with 14:51 to go here in the second period. Still 2-1 Komets.
Well, Rapid City's coming out shooting. They've got 6 shots so far this period. Komets only 1, and it's resulted in a goal for Rapid City, and it's got them back in the game at 2-1.
Perlini draws the assignment on the face-off. They tie it up, and the puck rolls down into the Komet zone. Nagle's going to stop it, leaves it for Beaupre. Beaupre dumps it down into the corner. Now return pass to Beaupre. Off the boards it goes. And here's Garrett Thompson clearing it out. Doherty chasing it backwards for the rush. He brings it up along the near wall. Now it goes up along the far boards, and it's carried in. Stopped by Nagle. Nagle plays it ahead, comes up top to the blue line, and the Komets have it. Coming up along the far wall, here is Szydlowski. He lost it. It goes into the corner. Southhorn back for it with the Komets. And Doherty takes his man hard off the play. He laid out Southhorn. And the rush come up with it up along the right side. Here's Daychief with it. Plays it ahead. And he gets it into the Komets zone. And we're going to have an offsides call.
Good defensive move by the Komets there. They stood up as much as they could, and they forced the man to go wide. And he went offside. The puck carrier had to slow up, and that there created a situation. We saw a lot of that last night. A lot of offsides with both defenses from both teams standing up, forcing the play at the blue line.
14:05 to go here in the second period. 2-1 is the score. Komets with the lead. Puck is dropped in the neutral zone. Here's Cure playing it up along the near wall. Cannot get it in deep as the Rush have it up along the far boards now. They send it back in, and it's Randy Cure back to defend for the Komets. Plays it high off the glass, gloved out of the air by Montgomery. And here's Mike Embach with it. Embach takes a shot, and he had Bataccio leaning to his right, and Bataccio makes the save. Here's Embach steals. Back up with it again. Over onto the far boards. Here's Hamonic. Back to Embach in the high slot. Takes a shot, and it goes wide. Knocked down into the corner. Embach with it up top. Has Cure on the point. Too hot for him to handle. The puck comes all the way down into the Komet zone. Played down the right side. In front. Knocked away. And into the corner it rolls. Here's Garrett Mears up along the
by himself,
cutting in. Mears cutting through the D, but he lost the puck. Stefanovich with it. Lost it back out to Joe Perry, and Perry has it down low. Up along the far boards, Komets have it. They carry it into the zone as we're down to 12:57 to go here in the second period.
Perry dumps it in.
To Shafsma, down low to Kashirsky. Kashirsky getting chased, comes up top of the blue line. Here's a shot by Will Weber, goes wide, deflected into the corner now. Here is Perry getting a hit from behind, and it goes up along the cage.
Jammed at the side.
Bataccio cannot control it, and play continues. Up along the right wall. As the puck pops loose coming down, up along the far boards, Perry has
dumped
it again.
in by the Komets, line change.
Fresh set of legs out there for the Komets as the Rush have it. Up along the right side. It's coming down. Beaupre bats it back the other way in neutral territory. Here's Daychief with it. Rolls down to Nagle, and he will glove it down. And we'll have a whistle and a face-off, so we'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
I love my coffee. And sure, I can get it anywhere, but I don't want that coffee. I want great tasting coffee. So I go to Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop. These coffee lovers source and roast their own beans and serve it the way I like it. And listen up, if you're craving a rich, full flavor, you can enjoy any size dark roast coffee for only $1 plus tax from now until Sunday, January 17th. Just one more thing to love. Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop at participating U.S. restaurants. Offer available January 11th to 17th.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Colligan & Company in Fort Wayne.
Back to action here at the Coliseum where the Komets are up 2-1. Shane Albarani and Robbie Irons with you here this evening as the Komets play it down low here into the corner in their own zone.
Clear the zone again.
Coming all the way out. Here's Doherty, the big defenseman, play it up along the far boards, carries it back into the Komet zone. Here's Beaupre, pokes at it, comes up to the blue line, and here is Szydlowski turning the corner, bringing it back up ice.
Got a man with him.
Out. Here's Thompson, shoots, and Bataccio making the save.
Yeah, we've seen Thomas go high a couple of times on him.
To his glove. And Bataccio, one of the quickest glove hands you're going to see actually in all of minor league hockey, snatches the puck right out of the air, and it keeps us at a 2-1 score.
And that's the situation of Szydlowski. Szydlowski to Thompson again. Thompson going in on the left side, going high on the goaltender. And the goaltender with a nice glove save on it and pulls it down for the save.
We've got 11 minutes and 42 seconds to go here in the second period. Komets are still up 2-1. And the puck is dropped down in the Rapid City zone where it is played around and up along the far boards, the near boards now, and they carry it into the Komet zone. Here's Hamonic going hard for it. Him and Erickson come together in the corner, comes up along the far boards. Crunched up against the boards is Montgomery, and it pops loose. Comes out to Hamonic, tries to move ahead. He has
there you go.
Mike Embach, and it's played into the neutral zone. Here's Embach again picking it up. Thought about firing one.
It got cut off.
And it's picked up by the Rush. Ryan O'Rourke with it. Into the Komet zone it is played, and Randy Cure running it down for the Komets.
No forechecking by Rapid City. Komets got time to come out.
And here's Cure back behind the net. He takes his time, gets a little bit of space, and he comes up along the far boards. Right down the middle of the ice. They send it all the way down, hit the end boards. And that is going to be an icing call with 10:46 to go here in the second period. Komets up 2-1. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Are you looking for a great way to entertain family, friends, clients, or employees? Or just treat yourself to a night of entertainment? Luxury suites or club seats at the Memorial Coliseum can be exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a Fort Wayne Komet hockey game or other sporting event, a concert or family show, suites and club seats at the Coliseum are available on a single event basis. Amazing food and drinks delivered right to your seat. You'll never miss a moment of the action. Call the Premium Seating Office, 260-480-2186. About the suites and club seats at the Memorial Coliseum. Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
10 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the second period. Komets up 2-1, and they possess the puck in their own zone. Here is Kashirsky going to bring it right up the center of the ice as he dishes off to Randy Cure.
He dumps it in.
Rim one around up on the far boards. Here's the centering pass in front, and trying to go to Perry, couldn't connect. Perry down low, back behind the net, goes down low to Kashirsky. Now it's Southhorn on the other end, absorbs a check from behind as he unloads the puck behind the net. Rimmed around here on the far boards, and the Rush are able to move it out. Puck tied up near the Komet bench, and it comes all the way down. Gabe Beaupre drops it back in front of his own net, being chased out of there. Now he'll have to retreat back to his own zone, and he will now try and get a little bit of space as we are halfway gone here in the second period. Komets still up 2-1. Here's Jordan Southhorn, hits his own blue line, cuts it back to the center of the ice, drops it back to Perlini, top of the circle, and he rips one wide. Here at Thompson on the other end, he's got a goal tonight. He hands it off to Beaupre, and Beaupre will flip it all the way in, high off the glass and into the corner. Sent all the way back around. Day Chief on the other end for Rapid City. He holds on to it just for a second.
Man in front, open, heads up.
Garrett Thompson took it right off of his tape, and now he's going to try and rim run around. That's knocked away, and the Komets still have it. Thompson with it along the near boards. Over to the opposite side now and into the corner. Now Perlini batting at it, and Mulaney in there as well. Comes up to the blue line, and here come the Rush. 2-on-2 back the other way.
Stay up on him.
They cross over in tandem, and it comes to the near side. Mears pokes at it, comes out to the center line and all the way down. Shots are now 17-15 in favor of the Komets, as the Rush stepping things up offensively here in the second period.
Komets here.
We're down to 8:39 to go here in the second, and the Rush have the puck. It's Erickson, got it taken away, but they bring it right back down across the blue line. Drop back pass, broken up by Kyle Thomas. Here's Mears with it. He takes a hit as he unloads the puck over to Mike Embach. Embach crosses the center line, gets it into Rush territory, flips one around, goes back behind the net. Thomas cannot control it. Comes up along the near side, and it's controlled by Mears. Top of the circle, and that one drew some iron as he got it past Pataccio, but off the mark. Mears now with a deflection, and that one is going to be gloved down, and it's going to be caught out of the air by Pataccio, and we got a timeout on the ice, so we will take a break. You are listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Here's some good policy from your local independent agent and Auto Owners Insurance. When you insure your home and car with us, you receive a multi-policy discount. And when you add Auto Owners Life Insurance, you get a special discount on your home and car insurance. Auto Owners Insurance will save you money on all of the insurance you already have. Now that's good policy. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people.
For all your insurance needs, visit Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Does your high-interest debt make you walk a financial high wire? Conquer your fear of heights with an amazing balance transfer at Partners First Federal Credit Union. Simply transfer your high-interest debt to a Partners First Visa and get 0% annual percentage rate for 12 months and stop the balancing act. For complete details, just go to partnersfirstcu.org or visit any of their 7 Fort Wayne locations. Promotion runs through March 31st. Some restrictions may apply. A one-time 2% balance transfer fee for each balance transfer applies. After the 12 promotional billing cycles, a standard variable APR applies. Rates, terms, and conditions are based on an individual's creditworthiness.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
Back live here at the Memorial Coliseum, where we suddenly have a huge crowd here in the press box. Shane Albarani and Robbie Irons with you here tonight as the Komets are up 2-1 here with 8:06 to go in the second period. But most importantly, certainly we'll be joined by Bob Chase and Mike Emmerich after this next timeout. As the puck is controlled down in the Rapid City zone, here's Thompson with it, comes up to Kyle Thomas. As now it's being very difficult to see the ice, but we'll be able to get through it. Komets have it. Here's Randy Cure. Back for it, up along the far boards. He has Hamonic. Hamonic now gets a little bit of space, goes to Mike Embach off of his stick. Pataccio comes out to stop it. Comes up along the near wall. And the Rush are able to backhand it out to the blue line. Cure with it.
There's a shot.
And he sends one all the way in. And Pataccio sees it right into the glove, and he will make the save.
Yeah, he had plenty of time there to take a look, and he waited for somebody to cut to the front of the net, but he had to let her go. Passaggio saw it all the way from the point, made a clean save on it.
So both teams will get a line change, and we will have a face-off here to the right of Pataccio.
Face off in the Rapid City zone.
And the puck is dropped. The Rush have it. Dumped off the boards. Comes up to the blue line where it is knocked down by Szydlowski. Szydlowski keeps it in momentarily. Comes out to the center line where it's picked up by Southbourne. Backhander over to Thompson. Couldn't connect with him. And the Rush have it down in the corner. Comes up along the near wall. And it's played ahead and all the way down into the Comet zone. Here's Pommel.
And wide open, heads up.
Cross ice pass. They set it up. They come in on Nagle. Makes the stop. And the puck is loose in front. Comes out to the far wall.
Get it up. Good play.
And it goes to the
Good play there.
Garrett Thompson sends one in on Pataccio. Goes off of the paddle of his stick and comes up along the near wall. Rush have it. They play it all the way in. Here's Nagle coming out. He'll stop it.
All gets squeezed off.
Leaves it for Cody Soul, but like you said, rubbed off the play. Up along the far boards. Here's the centering pass. Now they move in on Nagle, and they just missed it wide. Coming up along the near side here. They come up, and it goes to Will Weber. Weber gets cut off by Erickson. Comes up top of the blue line where the captain, Jamie Shasma, handles it. Cross-ice pass over to Cody Soul. Soul drops the back. Now back to Soul in front, and breaking it up was Pataccio. Mears with it in the corner. Rims one around. He's got Shasma. Oh, he had a man right out in front. Couldn't get it to him. Cody Soul with it now. Weber back. Weber in the high slot to the blue line. It is played. Cross-ice pass. Soul with it again. Down low to Perry.
Looking.
Perry puts it on net in front, and it goes wide. Komets still have it. Perry again. Drops it back to Weber.
Need some shots.
Here's a one-timer. That one goes wide. And in front, Perry shoots, and he missed it wide. He had Pataccio down, and he couldn't put it on. Now here's Soul with it going back to the well. His shot is knocked away before it got through to the goaltender. Back into the corner. It is played by Erickson. The Komets now getting some pressure.
Change it on the fly.
Shots are now 19-16 in favor of the Komets. And here's Kashirsky getting it taken away, but it goes right to Perry. Perry with it, a backhander up along the near wall. Here's Mears with it. His pass is broken up.
Mears steals it.
But Mears, great hustle, getting it back up along the far board. Takes a big hip check from Narbonne, and it comes up, and the puck splits the defenseman. It comes all the way down, and Nagle will have to stop it. Komets have it at the Rush blue line. It's Muirs with it again. Up along the far boards. Here is Mike Embach with it. Cross-ice pass. Here's Kier with a shot in front, and Bataccio hanging on and making the save.
That's a pretty good shift right there. The Komets changed about 3 times through that 2 minutes, and a lot of pressure, but not a lot of good shots on the net. Bataccio finally gets a hold of it and kills the play.
We'll take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Save on gasoline and get free Comet Hockey tickets. Get a Marathon Visa card at any Marathon station and earn up to 25 cents per gallon rebate. Also, pick up a Komets fill-up card and earn a buy one, get one free ticket offer to any Friday night regular season home game. At Marathon, you can earn a 25 cents per gallon savings on gas and a free game ticket. Marathon, fueling the American spirit.
Have you had an MRI and later were shocked by the high cost of your copay? Your out-of-pocket insurance cost can be 3 times higher depending on where you go. Call us first. Find out your estimated costs before your exam. And if you don't have insurance, pay as little as $4.25. Why pay more? It's your choice where you go. Choose from our 3 locations: Auburn, Decatur, or Fort Wayne Open MRI on Lake Avenue.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Colligan & Company in Fort Wayne.
We've got 4 minutes and 16 seconds left to go here in the second period, and 2-1 is the score. Komets hanging on to that lead for the moment, but we've got a different Rapid City Rush team that showed up in the second period as they were in the first period.
Well, they started out shooting a little more in this period, and that got them a goal, and that just seemed to give them a little more spurt. They've been playing a little more physical, and it's been that way through this period. They're playing the body in both ends of the ice, and the Komets have responded well. I like Saul using his weight, and I like the idea of Thomas out there with his aggressive play tonight, too. A couple of shots on goal.
Off the face-off, rolls down to goaltender Pat Nagle.
Up the center.
Out to Schassman. Here's Kashirsky with some room. He moves in. Nice toe drag in on Bataccio, and he couldn't get a shot. Doherty cut him off. Kashirsky taken off the play, comes up along the boards and into the corner. Played by Pommels, and the Rush trying to break it out here with 3:53 to go in the period. They send it up along the far boards, comes down back behind the net, and the Komets have it. Nice.
That'll be icing.
Clear by Beaupre, but that's going to come out to...
Well, went to the net.
As Bataccio will have to stop it. That'll negate any icing call, and play continues. Komets are skating shorthanded here as Hamonic is in the box. 1:15 to go on the power play for the Rush.
Go to the net.
In. Here's Melindy over the blue line in front of the net, and it's gathered up by Will Weber hard off the glass, and he sends it down the length of the ice, and coming out and stopping it is Bataccio. Bataccio plays it all the way around up along the far boards. 5-on-4 chance here for the Rush. Komets are up by 1. Here's a centering pass.
Good save.
Nagle with a big save.
That's a big one.
Tyler Schofield.
Yeah, Schofield, he got himself in the open there, and they found him high in the slot. A one-timer on the net, down in the pads. Nagle makes a nice save on it.
That was played well all the way around by all parties as Nagle squeezes the pads and gets the whistle as 50 seconds still remain on the power play for the Rapid City Rush.
Yep. 9 shots on goal for Rapid City in this period, and that's probably the best save Nagle has to make. We don't want too many of those shot at him from that point.
Faced off to the left of Nagle. It's tied up on the dot. Kashirsky digging at it. Now it pops loose. Comes up to the top of the circle. And the Rush have it. They come in front of the net. Gathered up by the Komets. Schassma is there, and he clears it all the way down. Bataccio will stop it. And the Rush will come up here still on the power play for the next 28 seconds. Taylor Doherty, the big defenseman, he's going to carry it down. Rubbed off the play by Beaupre. Comes up along the far boards now. And Doherty with it again. Here's a shot by Erickson, trying to go right underneath the arm of Nagle. And he squeezes that right shoulder, and he gets a whistle and a face-off coming up in the Komets zone.
Rapid City, a couple of nice passes there. 3-way right around the corner, and then to the point, let a pretty good shot go. He's waiting for that man to get in front, but Nagle's handling it cleanly, no rebound.
Down to 2:29 to go here in period number 2. It is 2-1 Fort Wayne, but Rapid City still on a power play here for the next 14 seconds.
2:29 left of the period.
Justin Hamonic currently in the box for the Komets. As as the puck is dropped in the Komets zone, and a nice clear by the Komets. It's going to come all the way down, and Taylor Doherty runs it down for the rush. Now to James Melindi.
That's it. 5-on-5 again, the Komets.
And here's Hamonic jumping right up into the play. And it's Garrett Thompson stealing the puck. He carries it into the Rapid City zone. Drops it off to Perlini. Not another pass in front, and they're trying to go to Perry. One too many passes. And back come the rush. It's 2-on-1 as they cross over, but another nice defensive play there by Perry, breaking it up. Garrett Thompson has it. Sends it out to Perry again. Perry towards the middle of the ice. Over to Garrett Thompson. Thompson weaving through traffic. Here's the shot.
There's a glove save.
It out of the air is Bataccio.
We're seeing good passing from both teams and some good shots from both teams right now. Both goaltenders being sharp and made a couple good saves from each end of the ice.
Crisp passing all the way around tonight as two very good hockey teams are on the ice. And if you look at Rapid City's record, they're probably a little bit better than that record shows. But Komets looking excellent again, 10-1-1 in their last 12 games, and looking to make it 2 in a row against the Rush. But Rapid City not making it easy. It's 2-1, and we've got 1:44 to go in the second period. Komets with the lead.
Embach in the middle for the draw here.
Face
for the Komets.
Will be to the left of Bataccio. And here's the drop. Comes up to the Komets in front. Muir shoots, and it's pad save by Bataccio.
That wasn't a very good defensive play by Rapid City as Muir stole it, made a nice little toe drag, and got a good shot on goal, and Bataccio come right out. He challenged him, made a nice save again.
And Garrett Muir is just kind of very sneaky. Just got in there, and Bataccio dropped that left leg and got the save.
Yeah, Joe Ferris didn't like that, the coach for Grand Rapids. He got somebody out of there right in a hurry.
We've got 1:40 now to go in the second period. Face-off in the Rapid City zone. The birthday boy, Mike Embach, will now get chased out of there. Insert Brock Montgomery, and he now draws the assignment for the drop. Puck goes down into the corner. Played around by the Rush, comes up to the blue line and out of the zone. Beaupre now pokes at it as it rolls deep into the Komet zone. Here is Embach with a backhander, sends it out in front of his own net, where it's picked up by Beaupre. Beaupre to Muirs over the blue line, gives it a look, trying to go to Embach, and he clears it out. Komets have to get back on side. And it's played into the Rapid City zone. Here's Doherty throwing it down to the center line, where it's turned back the other way and into the Komets zone.
Shot.
Here's a shot. It goes wide, rimmed all the way out, comes up to the blue line. Doherty holds it. Another shot in on Nagle. And he gets the stick down with the save.
Just less than a minute to go in the period. Line change for both teams. Face-off will be in the Komet zone.
Like Robbie said, gets us down to under a minute. Komets still lead at 2-1. Perry and Thompson, the lone goals for the Komets here tonight. Komets get an entire week off before they play 3 on the road, Friday and Saturday in Cincinnati and Sunday in Indianapolis. And I'll be on hand to give you the call for all 3 of those games coming up this weekend against divisional opponents. And the play continues down into the Komet zone with 54 seconds to go. Tie up down here in the corner. Puck pops loose. Here's Shafsma with it. Ladders. Shafsma giving it a look. Comes up top to the blue line. And here's a big hit. And Weber is going to get a hit from behind.
He got him a little too square right then.
He hammered Sean Erickson.
Well, there you see a guy 6'2" and going against a smaller guy, and his weight just crushed him. And, I didn't think he got it up high. He sort of body to body, but when you put him face first into the boards, you're going to get the roughing call.
Going to get the call every time.
Well, they call it cross-checking, so he must have brought it up behind his back there. Komets a man short for 37 seconds, and the next period will start off short.
And this will be the 3rd time tonight the Komets have skated a man down. The Komets have yet to have a power play this evening.
Yeah.
So it will be a penalty kill here for the next 37 seconds, as long as things stay the way they are. Face-off down in the Komet zone with Fort Wayne leading at 2-1. And it comes up here to the near side. The Rush hold on to it. Here's Melindi into the corner, and he draws the crowd. Puck pops loose, comes up to the top of the circle, and still loose. Sprawling out is Embach trying to clear it. They can't do it. Schofield with it.
Looking for a shot.
And
here we go.
The far boards. There's a shot. Nagle never saw it. It goes wide. Down to 10 seconds as Schofield handles the puck. Sends it over. And now up along the far boards with 5 seconds. Here's a shot by Daychief. That goes wide, and that's going to do it for the period. As another shot at the buzzer wouldn't have counted by Gauthier. So at the end of 40 minutes of play, the Komets lead it 2-1. And when we return to action, the Komets will be skating a man down for 1 minute and 24 seconds. But for right now, things are all good here at the Coliseum as the Komets lead it at 2-1. We'll take a break. You are listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Hey, we have some good news for the new year. Eating a little better just got a lot easier. Because Applebee's took grill and bar favorites you love and made them a little better for you. Stop by today and try our new grilled onion sirloin with stout gravy, shrimp wonton stir fry, or hot shot whiskey chicken, starting at $9.99. All of the bold flavor, less of the calories. Only at Applebee's. Price and participation varies.
Bees Late Night means half-price select appetizers. Unwind with us Sunday through Thursday after 9 p.m.
On the ice, on the court, or on the field, the Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are there to provide complete orthopedic care for injured athletes or weekend warriors. Fort Wayne Orthopedics and the Orthopedic Hospital and Lutheran Health Network, official sports medicine provider for the Komets, and an integral part of Fort Wayne sports for over 20 years. Go where the pros go. The Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are a dedicated team of sports medicine specialists, licensed trainers, and therapists, specially trained to keep you in the game.
Pass on your love of gardening to your children by letting them explore the garden with Midwest Gloves and Gear's full line of Disney products. Mickey Mouse, Princesses, Minnie Mouse, Cars, Fairies, and Frozen are featured in Midwest Disney line of products, including gloves, hats, watering cans, buckets, tools, and much more. When you need gloves and gear, think Midwest Gloves and Gear. Chillicothe, Missouri. Time for the Tim Hortons Coffee Break Intermission Report. Presented by Tim Hortons, the official coffee and donuts of the Komets.
Well, good afternoon, by golly. Here we are after a great day all over this building, except in the press box. We are ready to go back to work in the third period with the Komets holding a 2-1 lead. And it's been quite a day from start to finish. And a young man who gave me as much pleasure as I could have had anywhere in the world is sitting right alongside. And he's going to work with me and try to teach me a little bit about this game in the third period.
Right.
Dr. Michael.
It's good working with you again, young man.
We're going to make a habit out of it.
I know. And we are inheriting a 2-1 Komets lead here.
You got to help me hold it.
And we're shorthanded going into the third. I'm allowed to say we because I grew up a Komet fan, so it's we and they, even though I admire the Rush greatly for coming out during your ceremony.
Yes.
That was classy, and I'm not surprised with Joe Ferris.
Yep.
But this will be a good time in the third period. I have no idea what's going to happen, but whatever it is, it'll be fun for us. Hopefully, it'll be fun for a few people listening. And if not, they're going to have the regular crew back for the next game anyway.
That's right. And they always have that one switch if they, no, I don't want to say that.
Well, the circus is coming in, and it might arrive one period early. You never know.
That's one thing we can work on, and nobody will know why. But, Michael, it was such a thrill to see you walk out of that runway. I'd hoped you'd be coming, and you did. And I think the next nicest thing that happened after the ceremony was a good old hot dog with you and I. It's been a long time since we shared a hot dog or two.
Yeah, prices changed, I discovered. I'm glad I got some change back. I handed that 20 over. I didn't think I was going to get any change back. It was a very good. I recommend the jumbo hot dogs at the Coliseum. They're really good.
That's right. Mike handed her a 20, and she says, "I'm sorry, that's $22.50."
Your lady's here tonight. It was great seeing her, too. It's how many years?
66.
66 years.
Yeah.
And it all started when you went up to visit your mom at the hospital and you asked to borrow $1.
Yes, I did.
Right.
And I got the $1.
Right.
And I didn't know it at the time, but I was getting away.
You got the introduction, that's for sure.
Hey, that's a heck of a price to pay for the lady I got.
Yeah, it's good that we have a dramatic third period here. Now, what is my role going to be? Because basically I work for you, so you determine whatever you want me to do. And in the meantime, we have plenty of intermission time, but I know you've sold some commercials. Am I to read any spots?
No, I wouldn't ask you to do something like that. On a day like this, we're going to sit here and enjoy it. Smallest crowd of the weekend, by the way, 66-77.
There are teams that would kill for that.
I know. We had 81-11 on Friday, 86-56 on Saturday. So it's been a great weekend for minor league hockey.
How do you know that without looking down?
I don't know why. My memory is still grasping bits of it. Yeah.
It is. You know, the guys from our NBC crew who are watching us here as we work, we're very impressed with your call of the Toledo win. Was the team a little inspired by what all was going on that day? Because you said at the end of the broadcast, we haven't won in Toledo in 2 years.
That's right. I think they were. I mean, it was a great day, and I always worry, as a traditional, old, somewhat superstitious person, when you break a lot of routines, and routines, especially when it comes to sitting on the bus in the right seat. Everything was all mixed up that day, but Gary and the guys were unbelievably good. They were getting the biggest kick out of all this. We got to a coffee shop up in Toledo, went in for coffee and donuts, and NBC Sports broke for the whole thing, and the guys are getting back on the bus saying, "Hey, Chaser, thanks for being a celebrity. They didn't have to pay."
David Pickard has the black card. It is the special black credit card that we always talk about whenever we go out for team dinners, and we don't have to pay.
Ooh.
That's the one that gets wheeled out at the very end, and none of us have one except the people that are on the production
and you
staff.
said what a nice guy he really was.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The fun thing, too, is, and again, for those of you just joining us, this is Mike Emmerich along with Old Radio Ringside here. Bob's 90th birthday is coming up on Friday. A big celebration tonight. They had a cake there. They sang happy birthday to him, about 6,000 strong. The Rush came out and paid their respects to the ceremony, too, which was nice of them. And I think probably the one thing that we carry away from all of this is the fact that the Fort Wayne Komets fans, many of them were born long after you started doing this, and there's just an appreciation and a love for you in this town. I don't want to embarrass you by saying this, but it should be said before we sign off tonight, and I think the last word on any broadcast should be yours. So I'm going to say it now before you get your last shot in later on tonight. This is great fun for all of us. It has been fun to be a conspirator for the last 6 weeks in planning all of this out. And I'm glad to know that on the 21st of February, sometime during the afternoon, hopefully it will be during the telecast that I'm working on, although we don't know when the show will air. There will be a piece done on you that will be a part of Hockey Day in America. And that's appropriate because you're a legend in America with broadcasting, and 63 years with one team. There are teams that aren't that old and haven't done that many and haven't been around that many playoff runs and that many championships either. But it will be on NBC, on the Mother Channel, on the afternoon of the 21st. And there is permission here that whenever it runs, if it comes close to game time and people are leaving their homes to come to the game and they still haven't seen it, that the people here in the building have the right to play it back immediately off air so that people that are attending the Komets game can still see what the nation saw that afternoon about a guy from Negaunee, Michigan.
Later
population?
At that time, probably about 4,100.
Is that right?
4,101 when I came along.
There's a great thing about small towns, isn't there?
Yep, a big old mining town, Negaunee and Ishpeming. And in fact, the story about that is Negaunee and Ishpeming are Indian names from the old tribal areas. And Ishpeming, which is an elevation of about 600 feet higher than Negaunee, Ishpeming means heaven, and Negaunee meant hell.
It did.
And I was born in hell. Figure that out.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
But it was good. I got out of there in a hurry. But
you did.
You know, as a co-conspirator, I have one other thing to say, and Michael kept this one a secret, and I didn't really force the issue of returning a call to Michael after I tried once because he was harboring this thing and didn't want to spill the beans. But the other one that I will never forget was the Lester Patrick Award. Mike knew that long before I knew it. And the day I got the call, I was traveling north from Alabama, And shortly thereafter, after talking to Mr. Bettman, this guy calls and says, now that you know what's going on, I can call you and return the call.
You were driving the five-wheeler that day.
Oh, yeah.
And the call came from the commissioner.
From the commissioner, right on busy old 65, and it was something else. I had to pull over to the side. I had tears in my eyes, didn't know what to do except stop before I ran into somebody.
Wow. What was your first, what did you think when you got that call? Have I done something wrong? Did you think that, or what were you thinking?
Well, when he said what he said to me, there was silence for about 10 seconds, and then I said, Mr. Bettman, you're going to have to hold on for a minute because I can't talk. And then I started to say, wow. I'll never forget that.
Well, you know, the one thing we won't forget is you're telling the story about Frank Sinatra. And, you know, it's one of those great old stories that may make the feature. I have no idea. David's got a lot of editing to do because they've spent parts of 2 days following you around, and they're going to take some of the tape from the third period here as well. I don't know how they're going to get this trimmed down to feature length, but they will because they're brilliant at it. But the fun part is that we'll all get to see it firsthand on the 21st of February, and I will undoubtedly be colder than you will because you'll be here in this press box that day.
In Minnesota.
I will be at the University of Minnesota where they had the NFL playoff game a week ago, and that was -6. I understand the announcers were huddled in blankets. That is going to be fun because the last time they had a hockey game there, it was the University of Minnesota hosted it, and it was +6 at face-off.
Oh, warm night.
Yeah. So what we're going to get, I don't know, but whatever it is, it'll be like this third period. It'll be fun. But do you have something to sell?
Well, I sure do, but I wanted to say your experience at the Big House at Michigan should have pretty well primed you for what you're coming into.
One of the finest days I've ever spent in a hockey rink.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 105,000 was what it turned out to be. And the snow came down. It snowed all day. The shovel crew did a wonderful job. The game was tight. It went to a shootout. And the arena was divided half and half between Leaf fans and Red Wings fans, and they all had to bail each other out to get out of the city at the end of the day because the snow had piled up so much you couldn't park on the golf courses like usual, so they were parking on the streets. And it was a wonderful display of camaraderie between the two teams and between the two fan bases. They weren't at each other's throats. They were just having a great celebration of hockey, so it's a great memory for me.
That's a great mixture, the game of hockey itself. It's amazing how many arch rivals and really fierce rivalries can melt away to friendship when fans get together.
Yeah.
I am going to sell something, Mike, right now. We will be back in just a moment. This is Comet Hockey.
Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has added some new members to the team. Introducing the all-new Renegade with legendary Jeep performance and incredible fuel economy, starting at $17,995 minus incentives. Also now on the starting lineup is the all-new redesigned Ram Rebel. With its striking design and powerful standard engine, this is a new crowd favorite with a muscle to back it up. The new scrapper on the team is the all-new Dodge Hellcat. With 707 horsepower, this secret weapon will leave the competition wondering what hit them. O'Daniel is a proud sponsor of Comet Hockey, and we invite all the fans to come experience the difference in your next car buying experience. See the complete lineup of new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks, all at O'Daniel on Illinois Road next to Meyer, or online at o'danielauto.com.
In 1965, this was the sound of the fast food industry.
All right, today we need to process 50 gallons of, 3 vats of, and 27 pounds of. Thank you.
That same year, Subway founders Fred DeLuca and Dr. Peter Buck teamed up to create a new sound.
Can you hand me some tomatoes? Wow, that bread smells good.
That sound was the sound of fresh. The Subway Sandwich Shop, founded on fresh.
Here's some good policy from your local independent agent and Auto Owners Insurance. When you insure your home and car with us, you receive a multi-policy discount. And when you add Auto Owners Life Insurance, you get a special discount on your home and car insurance. Auto Owners Insurance will save you money on all of the insurance you already have. Now that's good policy. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
For all your insurance needs, visit Colligan & Company in Fort Wayne.
Hey girls, want to go to a group class at Speece tonight? I think I'm headed to spin class. The upbeat music and the energetic instructors help me enjoy exercising.
Well, I want to go to yoga. There's nothing better than a calming workout after a stressful day at the office.
I've heard they have Aqua Zumba, but I don't have a Speece membership. How can I try to see if I like it?
Simply bring your Comet ticket stub to receive a free 1-week trial. With over 100 group class times, Speece Fitness has a variety of classes to fit anyone's schedule and fitness routine. All group and aqua classes are free to members. Speece Fitness is the premier club offering the most services and amenities in Fort Wayne. In addition to the clean, spacious facility and amazing staff, Speece also offers flexible membership plans, corporate and insurance discounts, and affordable child care. Visit Speece Fitness, located conveniently off I-69, and bring your Comet ticket stub to receive a free 1-week trial.
Once upon a galaxy in a world far, far ago.
This party is lame. There's no cool kids here.
But Dad, you planned the party.
You're right. I'm tired of being in the doghouse. The other dads were laughing at me and throwing cats. That's seriously bad.
Since Father Figure was concerned with his approval rating, he knew we needed to act fast.
We need someone to bring the fun stat.
How about me, kids?
Get out of here, you. You're bat poop crazy. And besides, I'm 43.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
Well, we dodged a rubber chicken with that one.
Now, since Father Figure had incurred the wrath of the clown mafia, he knew he needed to overcompensate and get some cool points fast. Oh, yes. Cool points are like gold. Pretty shiny gold.
I need to call Tag Art. Give me that phone, Joey.
It's Tommy.
That's what I said, Frank. I'm dialing 456-6999.
With that, Father Figure was instantly connected to Tag Art, where a whole list of service options were laid out before him. Caricatures, face painting, costume characters, stilt walkers, and beyond. No pressure, no egos, and all local talent. Tax-paying artists, bully.
And no more flying cats.
Father Figure further learned of Tag Art's website, tagartcompany.com, where he could see samples of work and not just trust a stranger with a great phone voice.
He did have a great phone voice.
So the next time you need to bring the fun to your party, college, office, mitzvah, reception, or general wacky-doo shindig.
They do wacky-doo too?
They truly do. For you too. No poo. So get the tag team, and you'll know why they say, Tag, we're it.
Are you looking for a great way to entertain family, friends, clients, or employees? Or just treat yourself to a night of entertainment? Luxury suites or club seats at the Memorial Coliseum can be exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a Fort Wayne Comet hockey game or other sporting event, a concert or family show, suites and club seats at the Coliseum are available on a single event basis. Amazing food and drinks delivered right to your seat. You'll never miss a moment of the action. Call the Premium Seating Office, 260-480-2186, about the suites and club seats at the Memorial Coliseum.
5 years ago, I was diagnosed with cancer, but thanks to advances in treatment, I survived. And when I look back and see how far I've come, you think the last thing on my mind would be a checking account. But a new checking account at Fifth Third Bank can help fund Stand Up to Cancer and their cutting-edge research. This groundbreaking initiative is helping save lives. Like, for instance, my life. Learn more at 53.com/SU2C. Fifth Third Bank, the curious bank.
Member FDIC, Stand Up to Cancer is a program of the Entertainment Industry Foundation, a 501c3 charitable organization.
Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has the values you've been looking for on all the new 2016 models. Starting at $16,405, the all-new 2016 Dodge Dart is already a bestseller with great fuel economy and sporty looks. Now get incredible savings and low monthly payments on this new model. The Ram 1500 pickup, two-time truck of the year with more power and guts than any other truck on the market. With its striking design and powerful standard engine, this is one tough truck. Also, check out our new line of commercial Pro Master vans for all your work needs. Chrysler has perfected the family vehicle with the Chrysler Town & Country. 7-passenger seating, dual TV, satellite radio, and all with a great price and exceptional value. See the complete lineup of new Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram trucks, all at O'Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Illinois Road next to Meyer, or online at o'danielauto.com.
WOWOAM Fort Wayne.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
Well, good afternoon. We're back at it one more time. Third period coming at you. It's the Komets and the Rapid City Rush. Komets 2-1 at the end of 2. 1:24 on the penalty for Fort Wayne. Power play time for the Rush. And with a great privilege and a thrill for me once again to have a broadcast partner with the pedigree of Michael Doc Emmerich. Nice to be back with you.
Thank you very much. It's fun to anticipate a penalty kill by the second best penalty killing team in the league, which also owns the best power play. And I noticed that In one of the games, you were crediting Konstantin Shifronov with the special teams and the excellence of them. But let's see what's developed here as we get underway in the third, and 1:20 to kill.
Back we come into the zone now. The big guy, Doherty, off the defense, waiting around, trying to break him out. Coming to center. Whoops, didn't do it. He's over the line. Fires it in behind the net. Came off the far wall. Komets try to chip it. Down they go, unable to get to it, and they get it back. Nicely dumped all the way back inside the rush zone. Doherty will come back and follow it around. Goes right to the goaltender.
Entering the night, the Rapid City Rush were only 1 for their last 17 on the power play. Komets, of course, have been tremendous in the penalty kill. Entering the night, 20 straight kills.
And still continuing along that line. And again, Shifronov has been an exceptional person, not only with the power play, but also with the basics of the game. And the young players on this hockey club have got so much respect for Konstantin. They listen carefully, and they really work well for him.
Old school guy all the way.
Yeah, here we come into the zone. Komets now chip away at it down in the corner, turned around behind the net. Up ice they come, cleared to center, and back comes Doherty with the puck at his own blue line for the rush.
Nagle has just been magnificent. 10-1-1 in his last dozen. 13th straight start. I guess you're a workhorse if you're a goalie in this league.
You can be. A lot depends on how you feel about it. And, of course, Nags himself has done so well that, as Gary said, he's got the keys to the car, and if he wants to drive, it's his option. And they're trusting him, and he's done very well with it. Here we come. Back come the Komets into the zone. Going toward the corner is going to be Perry. Got a shot wide of the net. Pick back up, rush around behind the net, sliding it behind the net. Erickson right out front, shot, save on the play. Man, I'm telling you, Thompson got there. Nobody saw him coming, but he walked right into it. Turned up on the near wall, breaking in hard for the play. Good move by Randy Cure. Cure now ties this guy up deep in the zone. Perlini coming back, trying to jam at it, and they can't get it out yet. Now they had it, lost it. Komets try to break it up, but here comes Rush. Tipping it out to center, knocked down at the line. They get it back and trying to find a play into the zone. All the way down deep into the corner, moving away from the traffic that time was the big winger, Mr. Joe Perry. Here they come, back up ice, long cross-ring pass blocked. Right back it comes to the stick of O'Donoghue. He fires it cross rink, up the middle, on the break to center. Cohen coming over the center ice line, driving it into the zone. And there was a big crash down there at that time as the Komet winger trying to line him up, couldn't get the job done. Look out front of the net, trying to get a play. 2-1's the score. Komets hold that lead as they move it around. Cohen behind the net, trying to reverse the flow. Komets up with it, and they're trying to come front of the net. Back they come. Komets on the play, trying to tap it up the wall right now. The Rush kind of controlling things down in the zone. Komets finally make a breakout, and up top we come. Shoveled in on the play. Good work as that time knocking the puck down O'Rourke as he was backing in on the zone, getting a whistle, and the faceoff stays in the neutral zone as it's just outside the Rush line. This is Komet hockey.
On the ice, on the court, or on the field, the Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are there to provide complete orthopedic care for injured athletes or weekend warriors. Fort Wayne Orthopedics and the Orthopedic Hospital and Lutheran Health Network, official sports medicine provider for the Komets and an integral part of Fort Wayne sports for over 20 years. Go where the pros go. The Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are a dedicated team of sports medicine specialists, licensed trainers, and therapists, specially trained to keep you in the game.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Colligan & Company in Fort Wayne.
All right, here we come. Szydlowski trying to break to the net. Couldn't get through the D on the corner. He's nailed to the boards, digging it out. Who's got it? Komets back. Here's Perlini all the way to center. Flipped on by. Couldn't make the drag, and the Rush turned it back in the Fort Wayne zone. Here it is, around behind the net. Southhorn trying to make a move. He's chipped off the play, still trying to move it. Good move, Southie coming back, banging his guy off the puck. Foot race on for this one. They couldn't get it out of the zone. Round it comes, back in the corner. Hey, walk out front. Nice try, no play. Back up on the screen. That gets the whistle, and the faceoff will stay in the Fort Wayne zone. 16:07 left in this game. 2-1, Komets hold the lead, and this is Komet hockey.
Knob Brick Company carries hundreds of styles of brick, literally something for every taste. With the change in the seasons, it's good to know that Knob also offers a wide variety of fireplaces, many of them Heat and Glow's finest, to add style to your home and warm it up on those cold evenings. You can even put a Heat and Glow insert into your existing fireplace to make it more efficient. Be sure to check out their fireplace showroom for some design ideas. Knob Brick is located on Fort Wayne's north side, not far from the Speece Fieldhouse. For a great Heat and Glow fireplace or that perfect brick for your home, see Knob, N-O-B, Knob Brick.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Komets make a break out at center. It's down on the wall. Shaftsman trying to catch the breaking winger, who was Kashirsky. Couldn't get it done. Here they come. Back checking into the zone. Wide right to look out. Shot on front of the net. No good. Komets move it all the way cross rink. Out to the play. Komets have it. There into the zone. Hard drive. That time is big, hard shot from the stick of Cody Soul.
Well, he put everything he had into that one, didn't he? When you consider 6'5", 242, he's got a lot to give, and he does there. The thing that impressed me in being down in the dressing room before the game is there was a time when I was a fan of the team in the early 60s that you wouldn't find one guy in the league that was the size of the Comet defenseman right now.
I know, they're huge.
Yeah, Ted
huge.
Wright was about as tall as they came back then, but now that's the minimum height of the Comet D, and for that matter, the Rush D as well.
Well, it also used to be you got a big guy, he couldn't skate, couldn't do this, couldn't do that. They were clumsy, but boy, there's some pretty adept big men playing hockey all through the system, especially in the National Hockey League.
How about this? In birthday land, Mike Embach has a birthday today.
Ooh, good for him. What a kid.
Just won the face-off, too.
Yeah, he's been involved greatly with a cancer, I should say kidney. His mom had a kidney transplant a couple of weeks ago, and he worked very, very hard with the kidney promotion. And it was a complicated thing, but Mom got the transplant. She's doing really well. And Mike has been a very much of an inspiration to people in this market. Great guy to have, not only on the team, but also as a community citizen.
Probably doesn't matter, but he's a White Sox fan from Chicago.
Ah, there you go.
Not Cubs, White Sox.
Comet still strumming around deep in the zone. Poked loose by Muirs. Couldn't kick it out. Back comes Hamonic off behind his net. Short pass up the wall. Here's Cure winning it out, and at center it is Embach. Hit his guy all the way behind the knee. Couldn't come out front. He does. What a save on that one. As Bataccio threw out the big left leg, stopped it on the corner. Round the net far side. They drop it, moving back on the rush, wide left side to the corner. Barzak into the zone, but it's picked off again. Komets cleared around the board. Southorn couldn't get it out. Here they come. There's a helmet floating around there somewhere, as somebody's got to get off the ice, and did apparently. Komets up with the puck. Here they go, moving to center. In it comes as Thompson feeds it off the wall. He drives right around the corner of the net, no play. Doherty digging it out for the Rush, moving back at center, and they come wide left wing. Gauthier to the corner, and at the net. Whoa, hanging on, Komets. Round the boards. Komets come up with it one more time. A little traffic. Szydlowski clears that all the way up the wall. Komets move it. Here's Thompson coming out of his zone. He's going to be caught. Keeps it moving into the zone. Szydlowski to the corner. Gets a give-and-go pass. Whoa, cross rink, but it's intercepted. Here comes Schofield after it, but he can't get by the big guy, Cody Soul. As Soul sidesteps a Rush player and a Rush. Komets come back into the zone, going hard, all the way to the corner. It's Weber off behind the net, lost it momentarily, coming back up on the right wall, dumped in behind the net, retrieved far side by Shaftsma, and Shaftsma back below the goal line, moving it back far wall, gets it back again as the captain trying to keep it alive in the attacking zone. Here comes Rush back out at center to the Fort Wayne line. O'Donohue going to the line, broken up nicely that time as he's hit hard up the wall by the Komets D-man, Cody Saul. Here they come, trying to move it out of the zone, and standing on the play, it's left in the zone. Good takeaway by the Komets as Kashirsky makes the move. Around behind the net, came back all the way to center ice. Long lead pass going cross rink into the zone. Here it is. It's Perry going to the front of the net. Wide. Turned off the wall. Deep. Komets behind the net. One more time. Perry out front. Oh, we got a guy in the slot. The shot is missed. Komets try to break it up. 3 men down, but they back in on the play. Don't give them any room. down into the corner hard. It's going to be Randy Cure behind the net, up with the pick, short pass out towards center. Moving now at center, long shot. Perry dumps it in behind the net. Komets trying for a line change in transition. Here comes Rapid City all the way to the Komet line left side. Going deep is Erickson left side trying to center. Can't get it done. Knocks it back down as he's chased out by Hamonic. Here they come back towards center. Bouncing puck came loose all the way to the zone. Hanging on Bataccio and finally feeds it right back to his D-man. Coming across is Embach. Embach lost it, but it's picked up on the Fort Wayne defense. Behind the net, on the move, back up Southorn, looking for help. Doesn't have it yet. He's going coast to coast right now, and he can't find his man to play it to. Now dumps it back in the corner. Komets get it back. Embach digs it in the corner, works his way around, moving out to the point. They jam for it again, still inside the line. In go the Komets, rooting it out. Thomas out. It comes at center. Cross ring pass. Look out, Ja. Shot wide of the net on the short side. Embach going after it. Doherty, big guy, going in ahead. Here they come, breaking back out of the zone. Cohen coming to the Fort Wayne line, dumping it deep left side, as it's going to be the Komets around behind the net. Southorn couldn't find a spot for it, jamming it up the wall and picked off on the play. Muirs, but Komets intercept. At center, here's Thomas, lead pass into the zone hard, going after that one. Unable to make it stop bouncing on the play was the Komet D-man, and those guys are pretty hard to knock down, I'll tell you. Back we come. They got a man in now, shot wide of the net. All the way up the far side, picked off, and the whistle for the face-off in the zone. We're looking at 2-1 Komets, 11-10 to go in this match, and this is Komet hockey. That's enough of that. We'll just talk for a while.
Dependable, capable, advanced. One look at the 2016 Chevy Silverado and you'll see why it's the new face of strong. A muscular new grille gives Silverado a bold new look, while an available small block V8 engine offers impressive power and efficiency. Plus, it's built with high-strength steel for high-strength dependability. Silverado, the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size pickups on the road. See your Northeast Indiana and Ohio Chevy dealers. Dependability based on longevity. 1987 through July 2015 full-size pickup registrations.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
Komets now going deep, getting a touch on the play by Weber. Icing's the call on the face-off all the way back inside the rush zone, and we still have 10:57 left in this match, and I think it behooves me to say give way to the master. Michael, you want to take a spin with somebody?
A spin is about it. 80 out of 81 saves. Wow, that's impressive. Coming into tonight for Bataccio, the rush goaltender, and he has stopped all but 2 tonight. Rush clear out to center. It's cranked right back again by Will Weber, the former captain at Miami University. It's my alma mater. Had to get it in. Lofted on around, and Weber trying to play it on further, but cannot. It's sent on back now, and Cody Soul is able to lob it as far as center. Settled down there by Melindy, brought right back in again by O'Donohue. Played one in front and clomping the glove down on it and getting the stoppage of play is Nagle, but now we're going to have a scrap. Bob, you're pretty good at these. You call the fight. It is Melindy up against Soul.
The big size Soul, yeah. We figured this might have been coming earlier, but it isn't. And a couple of pretty strong kids down there working away at each other. And Melindy's just smart enough to know not to get in the way of Saul's dukes, because he can throw them big time. They'll call this a standoff before it's over, I believe. They're about the same size. And I was just looking for my stat sheet to see about Melindy and what he does for size. Still trying to find him. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? And we'll get him. We're still at it, so we'll get that broken up in the end of that one, and they'll sit out 5 apiece.
You know, when I was in the International League, I started doing 10-point must system on fights. I would score the fights. And one night in Columbus, I got on the bus, and they started asking. Of course, the players wanted to know how I scored the fight. I said, I gave it to Richardson from Columbus, 10-9 over Delorier. They said, did you know Richardson didn't finish the game? How did you give him a 10? He went down for a snooze. He didn't finish. Anyway,
oh my God.
Fighting majors apiece here with 10:30 to go in the third between Soul and Melindy, and they earned them.
Yeah, they worked hard at that one. The show was good. It was a tie. I'd say a draw coming on that one. Each got a few licks in. Nobody got hurt. And anymore, you can't knock the helmets off. You can't take them off, or you've got a minor problem. Sometimes I think it's more gentlemanly to get your hat off so you don't break anybody's hand.
True enough.
But that's the way it goes. Hey, you know what? It's 2-1. Komets lead. Going to pay for it. Mike will be right back with more play-by-play, but this is Komet Hockey.
Emergency Radio Service is the official radio provider for the Fort Wayne Komets. ERS is a Motorola partner in Fort Wayne, providing wireless voice and data systems that allow organizations across Indiana to operate their businesses more efficiently. Reach out to ERS at 260-747-0584. That's 260-747-0584. Or online at www.ers2way.com. Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Colligan & Company in Fort Wayne.
Back to action here with 10:10 to go in the third period. 2-1 in favor of the Komets. The Rush have it at center ice. Laid back up the wing for carry back in and slamming on the brakes that time, Stefanovic. Another shot, and that one came right into the pad of the netminder Nagle. Kept alive, though, and sent back to the point, working around to the outside and leading it on back O'Donohue, and the shot is caught out of the air and held by Nagle. And we get the horn, and that will mean a resurface here with 9:51 to go in period number 3. Bob, having seen a number of these over the years, and after fights, sometimes the shock troops come out, and the anti-missile missiles seem to have come out for the Rush, at least on that face-off.
I noticed immediately the next guy on the ice happened to be Mr. Doherty at 6'7", 255, just around. And the nice thing about him, he is slow, fortunately, and if you've got any eyes and keep your head up, you're not going to get hurt. Right now, we have a timeout on the ice. We'll have one more here and pay for some more of this. This is Komet Hockey.
Do they do the ice?
Holiday Inn next to the Memorial Coliseum is the official hotel of the Fort Wayne Komets. The hotel has special Komet hockey packages that include deluxe room accommodations, plus 2 tickets to a Komets home game. Enjoy dinner before the game at the Mastodon Grill, or a drink after the game in the Faculty Lounge. With 6,000 square feet of banquet facilities, the Fort Wayne Holiday Inn is perfect for your holiday parties. Call 482-3800.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Back here again at the Coliseum in Fort Wayne. 9:51 to go, third period. Penalty box is empty of minor penalties. Some majors being served, but no manpower difference on the ice. Offensive zone, right circle face-off for the Rush. Taking it for the Komets is Nikita Kashirsky, with fresh sticks that were summoned for at 4:30 this afternoon. See, I was doing my homework. I happened to be in the office when the call came through. Those are hot sticks. This is cleared back out to center and taken by Doherty. Declared by Bob Chase as the anti-missile missile at 6 feet 7 inches tall. Big number 4 makes a play ahead, but it winds up being an offside and a halt to the action.
The only time we see them this year here for 2 games. Then we go out there for 2 in March, and a lot of competition from the old CHL. When we had some battles galore. It hasn't carried over. The personnel have changed, even though the management's the same.
2012, it was a playoff series. The Komets won in 6. And I was talking with one of the Rush personnel earlier today, and it is the bus that will go back to South Dakota. They are saying about 18 hours. This is the 4th of a 4-game road trip. They will come home for 2 against Colorado Friday and Saturday, and then they will go on the road for 7 more.
Great to live in the West, eh?
It is. The Komets will be there on March the 4th and the 5th. It is a little lighter in travel right now for the Komets. Oh, pretty heavy hit across the way by Gauthier. Meanwhile, the Komets bring it back to center and trickle it on in. Little over 9 minutes to go, third period of play. Along with Bob Chase, Mike Emmerich, pleased to be so for at least this shift before I pass out here at the Coliseum in Fort Wayne. Narbonne, who took the penalty that resulted in the only goal last night in the Komets' 1-0 win, sees this play develop on a round, and it is Pommel's able to work it ahead, but then it's controlled back out by the Komets, lugged to center. Komets in the midst of a line change, trying to finesse his way on through, but unable to do it, was Kashirsky. Worked back along, but defensively, no play made there. It came on back to the point, and here's Beaupre firing, and that one is fought off toward the corner by Bottaccio. Hoisted back out to center, and it plops right near Gauthier. Gauthier able to push it right back in. Meanwhile, a fire wagon change on the part of the Rush. Beaupre plays behind his own cage. His run off needs some help, and he got it there from Hamonic, and it is sent all the way down the ice for an icing. 8:13 to go in this third period. Shots are 28-22 in favor of the Komets.
All right, time one more time for time. Hey, this is Komet Hockey.
Want to live a healthier life? You don't need to train for a marathon to do it. Even small changes can help you feel better. And at Parkview, it all starts with one word: go. Go for a walk. Go spend time with friends. Go do something simple right now to improve your well-being and take the Parkview Go Challenge. It's all about creating balance in your life: mind, body, spirit, and community. For more healthy ideas, log on to parkviewgo.com. Parkview, your partner in health.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
Back to action here. Center ice, the Rush flop it back in, and on the bounce, scooped up and held by Pat Nagle. 23 wins, the most that a Komets goaltender has had since the Komets joined the ECHL. That was Nagle last year. And a large win for the team when Bob was calling the game back on January 2nd in Toledo, a place where the Komets don't often win. 13th straight start. And there are teams in hockey who might not kill because that's too violent, but would be very envious of a team that plays here in Fort Wayne and is 10-1-1 in the last dozen games.
Great rise up the ladder, and we've done it in spite of a lot of adversity with the call-ups and the injuries with the Colorado group, but we persevered and kept it coming.
Arizona Coyotes are the parent team, 2 levels above for the team in the dark uniforms tonight. The Rapid City Rush, this one turned aside as a toss from the right point is eventually wafted on out of the Komet zone and back into the Rush end. Pivoting back to play as Narbonne. Forechecker on him that time was Szydlowski. Fed on back to center where it can be brought back along and carried in by Stefanovic, scorer of the only Rush goal tonight. Gave it on back to the point, and the shot is turned aside to the glass by Nagle. Bounced on around, taken to the outside, and swept on back by Schofield. Another shot right in on goal, and Nagle hangs on. A long shot from the right point, and he was able to see it all the way. And so the puck frozen in his glove with 7:20 to go here in the third.
29-24 shots on goal favor the Fort Wayne Komets. The scoreboard favors them 2-1, and this is Komet Hockey.
Trust the doctors at IPFW Athletics and the Fort Wayne Komets Trust. Aaron Chiropractic is well known for providing quality yet cost-effective care for sports injuries, muscle, and joint problems. They're one of the only clinics in the region to provide its patients with pain relief utilizing numerous therapies, including acupuncture, massage, and rehabilitation. Aaron Chiropractic is conveniently located in Northeast Fort Wayne. Find us on the web at aaronchiro.com or call 492-8811 to schedule an appointment.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Colligan & Company in Fort Wayne.
Young man, here we go. After it, Komets on the wall. Trying to get the shot away was Perry, but it bounced over his stick into the defense, and here comes big old Taylor Doherty. Back out at center, but it's intercepted by the Komets and dumped back inside the Rapid City zone, and Doherty's got it again, and this one deep in the corner. Kashirsky goes in, ties his guy up, comes up with the puck, still protects it well, looking for help. Nice pass straight up the slot, and a drive went wide. Turned off by Perry. Perry on the half wall left. Looks, came out top. He's still got it. Now feeds it down deep in the corner. Unable to get to it that time. Shafsma. Here they come. Back up. Short pass towards center ice on the left wing. Break into the Komet line is Gauthier. And he goes. Followed nicely. Good check. Broke that one up as Perry had him covered. All the way behind the net. Trying to set this one up. O'Rourke can't get it to the front of the net. All the way to center ice. 6 minutes and 5 seconds left. It is period 3. In they come. Look out. Nice save again. Point blank blast that time. Komets had it. Trying to chip it up the wall. Couldn't hold it. But here we come. Muirs has some room. He can dangle. And he goes to the left. Looks for help. He forgot something. Called a puck. Here we come. Behind the net. Turn back up as Erickson feeds behind the net off the left corner. And they try to work it out of the zone. All the way to center. This one's going to be chased down by the Komets. Turned by Southorn off behind his man. That's broken up. Trying to get a man out front. South, he lost his stick. Now he's got it. Here they come. Oh, it's held in at the blue line. Cross ring. Going after it hard left side. Southorn couldn't get there. Nice move that time as Weber clears it up the wall. We've got 3 coming out. Here we come, all the way. It's going to be Mbach going into the zone. Ooh, wide front of the net, as unable to get to it in time, Muirs, but he keeps it alive in the zone on the half wall. Komets fight for it. 2-on-1 coming the other way. Good move that time as Weber beats his man to the puck, follows it off into the corner. O'Rourke recovering for the rush inside his own zone, dumping it back, and the Komets work their way back out again. At the line, in comes Thomas. Thomas wide to the left. Out front, nice score! Thomas with a backhander right under the skates next to the post, and bingo, Kyle's got a big one, and that makes it a 3-1 Komet game. How about that?
He is a +1, and our broadcast team is now a +1. We weren't on for any against. So far,
I like that.
3-1 in favor of the Komets with 4:52 to go. Thomas was magnificent. Going to that backhand, like Bob said, out of the University of Norwich. Played in Reading last year, but did have some time with the Komets as well, and also some time in the Southern Pro Hockey League.
He was a great athlete himself, and his dad was an old Dallas Cowboy.
Interesting.
3 years with the Dallas Cowboys, and the kid's got a great attitude, works hard, and whenever he gets his chance, he really makes it pay. Big goal for Mr. Thomas. Good guys get good things, and that's one of them for Kyle. Back up the wall. Komets have it. Turned into the zone. Going deep in the corner, trying to reach back, unable to get to it. Thompson, but up here comes Schofield. Trying to get around. Could not get on by Beaupre. Komets try to clear it, which they do to center ice. Knocked down there. And turned back by Cohn into the Fort Wayne zone. Can't get a shot away, but an offside call nullifies that. The face-off back in the neutral zone. 4:19 left in this match. It is now 3-1 Komets. This is Komet hockey.
How many do you have yet?
In 1965, this was the sound of the fast food industry.
All right, today we need to process 50 gallons of, 3 vats of, and 27 pounds of. Thank you.
That same year, Subway founders Fred DeLuca and Dr. Peter Buck teamed up to create a new sound.
Can you hand me some tomatoes? Wow, that bread smells good.
That sound was the sound of fresh. The Subway Sandwich Shop, founded on fresh.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Here we come. Komets try to clear up. Look out. Moving to center ice, and it's the rush on the left wing. Dropping it off the man in the hole. Down the left boards in the corner. Caught just outside the blue line. Komets intercept. Drive it back out, but it's held alive in the zone. And it's the rush deep on the zone. Trying to get behind the net. Good move there. As Randy Cure won't let his guy cut to the net. Now they get one out front. Jot save. Way to go. Komets back with a puck after a great play there by Nagle as he just stopped him cold. Rush back, 3:20 still to go, period 3, into the Fort Wayne zone. Let's get it. They batted away, couldn't hold it, but another offside's called against the rush at the Komet blue line.
Boy, it's a nice march out to the front of the net by Melindy. I can see why he's an NHL draft pick of Arizona, because he really led the march right out from the corner. But Pat Nagle was very strong with that one, and we get down to the last 3:18. Komets are looking for points number 45 and 46 to widen their lead in the Midwest Division, pending the outcome of the Quad City Kalamazoo game, which started an hour earlier. And in the post game, I'm sure we'll know how that turned out. And icing.
Hopefully we'll find out how that one turned around. Michael, we're looking for the stats, and if we don't have Chuck Bailey too busy, he'll deliver it right on site here in a moment.
He's been on an assignment today that's a little bit more important, so if we don't get the out-of-town scores...
The in-town score is the one that counts here tonight.
It is indeed.
6,677 tonight's attendance. Good one. 24,000 plus for 3 games. All right, back we come. Face-off off to the left of Nagle. Komets go for the draw. Saul jams it up the ice. Komets contain. At center, looked out. Oops, and moving in Montgomery overskated it. Now dumped deep into the corner as following it Emba, waiting to see what shows up. He's got it back. Here's Emba behind the net. Out, oh, and he just missed a wraparound on the far wall. Pick back up. Here come the rush. On the rush to the Fort Wayne line. Deep into the corner. Saul won't let his man pass him by. Turned off, though, was laying in the goal crease for a while. They got a man breaking up in the slot. Couldn't get that shot away either. Bodies all over. Here we come. Back out of the zone. Komets with Muirs. Muirs by 1. Dumps it at center. Couldn't make the play as Montgomery couldn't catch him. Little chin music going on down below us there, and they back that off into the zone deep now, come in front of the net. Komets are there. They're really protecting the front of that net very, very well. They're coming back into the zone, whipped around behind the net hard by Thomas. Thomas with that big third goal tips it up on the wall, left side, no play. Turning back, here are the Rush coming to the Fort Wayne line. As it's Schofield going in, can't get his play turned off nicely that time as Beaupre ties them up on the wall. Up we come, and the Komets make a break again. Coming all the way to center. Tipped nicely deep into the zone as Thompson got it on net, picked off by Bataccio, waits for his team to change lines, and both teams with line changes here. They come on the attack. It's Pummels at the Fort Wayne line, slipping it off right wall, trying to get a play into the corner. We're watching him go up the far wall with a minute 35, watching the goaltender as well, who couldn't get out of the net when he wanted it. Now here's Perry, and he goes, slides it deep in the corner, chased it down behind the net, still got it. Broken stick on the play, and they had to wait and hold that one up, and we have a slashing call. That will be against the Rapid City Rush, and the Komets will have a power play.
I wonder if Pat Nagle's ever thought about scoring a goal. Minute 26. Now it's kind of canceled. You know what? I thought so too. Yeah. Now it's all canceled out by the power play now because all the attack's going to be in the other end, and undoubtedly Bataccio's not going to leave. But it's perfect because it's 3-1. It's not going to hurt anything. No. And to tell you the truth, I was kind of hoping the penalty was going to be on the Komets. Oh, because then you can shoot it down to the other end, and it isn't going to hurt anything.
Free game, no ice.
But that's just trying to satisfy my own jaded pleasure here.
I'd like to see him get that penalty off the board in a hurry.
Well, it'll be interesting to see here. Underway.
Komets hold it. Around it comes deep in the zone. Komets are there. Here's Thompson. All the way on the half wall left side. Can't find a guy at the point. Here they don't have him yet. Now back in the corner. Thompson coming out up top. Blocked on the play. He goes after it one more time. Here they come. Rush on the way. Moving down the line. Breaking hardest straight to the Fort Wayne line. Back checking all the way that time was the Komet winger Perry. And the Komets turn it back up ice. A little conversation going on down there now as we get toward the end of this. Here they go into the zone deep as it's Thomas behind the net. Big hit, but back up we come. Whoa, bang. What a shot there as they wind it around the far wall, try to get back out of the zone. Up they come. Nobody there on the play as Thompson holds it. Up top, they wait again. Now, Southorn sends it wide of the net and turned off in the corner. Thomas sends it around behind the net. Komets go in deep, pinch the wall as kept alive by Thompson. Off comes the Komets with Thomas. He's got a point man up high. Southorn looks, fakes, can't shoot. Feeds Thomas on the half wall, burning up a little more clock. Here we come, no shot yet. Oh, there it is. A drive and a save and hanging on is the goaltender Bataccio, and we still have 12 seconds on the clock. A little meeting in front of that Rush net. No harm done, and they'll break it up and put it into another face-off. 3-1 Komets with mere seconds to go.
Komets will register their 1,498th regular season home win. How many of those have you called? All of them.
No, I missed that first year.
Right.
1952, but they only played a 60-game season.
So there couldn't have been that many.
No, and they only won about 12 that year. So I've seen most of them.
So I'll just say it's the 1,472nd home win called by Bob Chase.
There we go.
The horn.
Running out. The horn is there. Komets win. Big one over the Rush, 3-1. And they sweep the weekend series, and they also are on a 4-game win streak. What a stick they're playing with right now. We'll be back in a moment. This is Komet Hockey.
Maybe it's hot out today, or maybe it's cold, but this weather's got you thinking about heading to the bar for an ice-cold Coors Light. Maybe it's a bar built into the steep cliff face of the Rocky Mountains with a waterfall that pours down on a multitude of Coors Lights, chilling them with the frigid power of a Rocky Mountain stream. You order one and it suddenly appears in your hand. It's so cold you feel like a giant eagle riding on cool winds, content with your foray into Rocky Mountain country. Forgot about the weather already, didn't you? Thanks, Coors Light.
Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Great beer, great responsibility.
I love my coffee. And sure, I can get it anywhere, but I don't want that coffee. I want great tasting coffee. So I go to Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop. These coffee lovers source and roast their own beans and serve it the way I like it. And listen up, if you're craving a rich, full flavor, you can enjoy any size dark roast coffee for only $1 plus tax from now until Sunday, January 17th. Just one more thing to love. Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop at participating U.S. restaurants. Offer available January 11th to 17th.
Auto Care on the Go is auto care that comes to you. We build our business from the ground up based on integrity and honesty. Your vehicle will be professionally repaired on site by Auto Care on the Go. Our certified master mechanic team has over 28 years of auto repair experience. Auto Care on the Go will repair your vehicle and your activities never stop. Call 574-200-9945 or visit www.autocareonthego.com. Auto Care on the Go. Proud sponsors of the Komets, an auto mechanic service to fit your busy life.
Here's some good policy from your local independent agent and Auto Owners Insurance. When you insure your home and car with us, you receive a multi-policy discount. And when you add Auto Owners Life Insurance, you get a special discount on your home and car insurance. Auto Owners Insurance will save you money on all of the insurance you already have. Now that's good policy. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
For all your insurance needs, visit Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
Hey, we have some good news for the new year. Eating a little better just got a lot easier. Because Applebee's took grill and bar favorites you love and made them a little better for you. Stop by today and try our new grilled onion sirloin with stout gravy, shrimp wonton stir fry, or hot shot whiskey chicken, starting at $9.99. All of the bold flavor, less of the calories. Only at Applebee's. Price and participation varies.
Bees Late Night means half-price select appetizers. Unwind with us Sunday through Thursday after 9 p.m. Welcome to the Comet Hockey postgame show, brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. Here's Bob Chase.
Here's Bob Chase, and also here's Dr. Mike Emmerich. And nice to have you along, buddy. I appreciated this.
I like Pat Nagle a lot, and I know the Comet fans do too. But I love stats, and this is the last 48 hours practically.
Yeah.
21 save shutout last night. He got 26 of 27 tonight. I don't do my own taxes. I'm not going to add those up. People on their way home can add them up. That's pretty impressive. And there's 13 starts in a row. He's 11-1-1. The team's 11-1-1. And they got it going right now.
They really do.
And their defensive game is solid, isn't it?
And now they've got a defense, and as you see, we lost a couple very important people off the defense. The kids have been waiting around and practicing hard, filled in tonight. You didn't miss them. They went right into the flow. The defense stayed where it belonged. They bought into the entire system, and it's a lot of fun when they do buy in, and it works that well, because that's success right
now.
There.
Leonard and Alberga left, right?
Well, yeah, Leonard is in Evansville. They were looking for a place. The thing about Gary Graham, our coach, these kids work hard for him, and they play hard for him. And when he has to let them go, he doesn't just close the door and let the knob hit him in the butt. He tries to find good jobs where he knows the coaches and feels they can fit in. And Alberga went over to Wichita, and they needed somebody as a centerman, second or third line center. And he's just a hard-working utility man who can play wherever you put him.
Mm-hmm.
And Leonard was developing well on the defense. We had no spot for him by the time this worked itself out. And Al Sims needed a D-man down in Evansville, and the first night in, he set up the winning goal.
Wow.
So Gary works hard, so the kids get a chance to play somewhere where they're appreciated.
It's fun to see public skating here, and I'll never forget, it was one of those rare brick bats that was tossed by one of the local reporters in the 1950s at the team, and I read every day, you know the one? That the Komets had such a poor first period they could have opened up one end for public skating. You remember? I don't know if it was Bud Gallmeyer or who wrote that.
I'm trying to think who it was.
But you remember it too.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I'll never.
It was actually a pretty good line.
Yeah.
I'm sure the team didn't appreciate it very much. Hey, how much time do we have?
As much as you want.
You've only done 63 years here. I'm sure you don't have power.
As long as I'm home by 8 o'clock.
Okay. Right? Here I have something that I have to read to you that was sent to me. Dear Bob, on this noteworthy day in hockey, I wanted to set aside the intense rivalry between the Fort Wayne Komets and the Grand Rapids Owls to send along a sincere happiest 90th birthday wish to a giant in the industry, to a man who could have easily brought his broadcasting brilliance and love of the game to a bigger stage, but Fort Wayne. I have always admired your abilities, but more than that, appreciated your friendship and your willingness to help a young broadcaster try his way. Thank you. One of my early career memories happened when the Owls played in Fort Wayne on my birthday, and my mother found a co-conspirator, you, to present me with a cake between periods. The first time I got booed by 8,000 people. Thank you. Your wonderful contributions to the game were properly recognized by the U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame in 2012, and I feel lucky to have known you as a 50-year-old kid. May your enthusiasm, love of the game, and good health continue for the next 90. Happy birthday, Bob, your friend in Chicago, Pat Foley.
Yeah.
Postscript, now if they would have paid you 50 cents a mile. Well done, Pat.
I remember Pat coming out of Michigan State, starting over in with the Owls, and that was a spooky place to be for any reason whatsoever. Mo Bartoli running the show over there, and it was a loose cannon all the way. But he was so enthusiastic and so completely enwrapped in what he was doing. I was so happy to see him be such an incredible success. And what a heck of a good guy.
Yeah, he is. My favorite story from Pat Foley is one he told. He's doing a game at that decrepit old place in Grand Rapids, which I found out last week has been leveled.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll
and
level
he said,
itself to give it enough time.
Yeah, he said, I'm checking the clock just to see how much time is left. Play is going on, and I look, and the scoreboard's on fire. Flames are coming out of the scoreboard. Only in Grand Rapids, I guess.
Yeah, we could talk Grand Rapids stories for a half an hour.
I'm sure you could.
But I'm not going to do that either.
God bless you. What do you got going on there?
I just want to see what's going on. The scoring as we have it for the night. Joe Perry got the first goal of the night, his 11th. Kashirsky and Saul had the assist, 5:10 of the first period. And back it comes. Garrett Thompson at, that was 10:45, his 11th of the year. Szydlowski and Perlini pick up the assist. Then, to spoil the whole party, Stevanovic picked up at 1:33 of the second period, his 12th goal, and they were right back on the scene. But that was it for the Rush as Kyle Thomas finished it all off at 15 away to the third, his 6th of the year. Hamonic picked up the assist, a big win, 4 straight for the Komets. We get a week off to lick our wounds before we go back to the wars, and it was a total of 66-77 here tonight, and they enjoyed one whale of a hockey game.
They did. And I enjoyed it, too.
Well, so did I. It's been a tremendous amount of fun.
Well, it was good to see your lady again, and David is down there with his bride, and to see George Drysdale, after all these years, he looks like he could play. He certainly can play golf.
He sure can. I mean, and George is one of the great guys of all time. A piece of the Fort Wayne history. First captain, scored the first goal the Komets ever scored their first hat trick. On and off the ice, and has been an incredible contributor to the Fort Wayne community, and he's been here since the day he showed up.
I posed for a picture with Bob Chase and George Drysdale during the first period, and that's 90 Friday, 89, and 69.
Wow.
That's 248 and a lot of wisdom.
Yeah. And you can do your own taxes.
I'm probably wrong on that, too.
Don't worry about it.
I hope you have a wonderful night and a happy birthday on Friday.
Well, I certainly will. And you made the day happy today. And I was hoping against hope you'd be here, and these rascals did it again and again.
Yeah.
They held it off and didn't squeal.
They didn't actually lie. You know, they didn't tell you a lot.
No, they didn't.
But Michael Frank
that runway.
Great.
And sometime we'll do this all over again.
All right.
Maybe on my 100th.
That's fine. Gosh, that'll make me 79, Bob.
You old rascal.
Yeah, I'll probably have crutches, but I'll get here.
That's okay. As long as Joyce takes good care of it.
She will.
Sweetie pie.
I sure will.
And again, that's our story from here for tonight. Komets with a huge 3-1 win over the Rush. 4-game running, and we've been on all 4 of them. 1 in Cincinnati, the last 3 the weekend sweep here at home. Get the week off, and we'll be back in Cincinnati Friday and Sunday. We'll be in Indy in between that. So it's going to be Shane Albarani next weekend hanging on to things. And we just appreciate the fact you were here. And to all of you, God bless you all. Thank you for making my 90th birthday an incredibly memorable moment that I will never, ever forget. God bless you all, and God bless you, Doc. And we'll see you along the way. Komets win it 3-1 for Doc Emmerich, also for Shane Albarani, and for Robbie Irons. I'm Bob Chase. This has been a Whoa Whoa Komet Sports exclusive.